Randy, we're ready? We have all the jury? Okay.
One second.
Don't worry about it.
Right.
That's what he's talking about. Where's this? My testimony, she just. So we have to
All right.
I know. What we're having, and just say, certainly the Nike. And
exchange.
I thought those were gifts. Because I just.
Please be seated. The record will show the presence of the jury, the defendant, and counsel.
Oh, ended up with about 8 of these.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, they're more. Corporation.
All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I understand that you are all available for trial on Friday, January 22nd. Is that correct? Excellent. Thank you so much for making changes so that you could be here. So we will start promptly at 9 o'clock on January 22nd and plan to be here till approximately 4:30 that day. We'll take our usual lunch hour. Again, thank you for your cooperation. All right, Ms. Craven, you are still under oath. Do you understand?
Yes, they do.
This you may continue with cross-examination. Ready.
Finding a way to fit into society and meet society's expectations.
Yes.
For a nonprofit.
Yes.
And for a business.
Yes.
And for a school.
Yes.
Although the school is kind of a baby school.
Yes.
And in February of '09, there was a small group that wanted to, we talked about either being registered entity, or registered with this entity, or not being one. And there was a group of people at that time, Reverend Jimmy Sales was there, Robin was there, and a group of people wrote a document that was filed with the State of Arizona Corporation Commission.
Yes.
So I have a copy of that, and may I enter this into evidence?
And what's the exhibit number? Is
Exhibit number 220.
there any objection?
I don't have an objection to the exhibit, Judge.
All right, 220 is admitted.
Your Honor, would it be possible for Jan to read this?
All right, you can either put it on the Elmo and have her read it, or you can hand it to her and have her read the portion that you were indicating.
Yes.
This document was also co-authored by a gentleman who then, he had a doctorate of divinity, I'm speaking of Jimmy. He was a very established religious person. He spent his whole life, you would call that,
Yes.
religious pursuits. He was at the Hare Krishna temple for a while, do you remember that?
Yes, I remember Jimmy well.
Yeah. And so, this document was created with his help, and yourself and myself, and a few other of the practitioners. So would you share that with us, what we created in February?
You wanted me to read just the bold part? Okay. Temple of One, School of One, Spirit, Body, Mind, Union. Our sanctuary and mystery school is a sacred space created and maintained by resident priestesses, priests, body wisdom guides, light healers, and earth energy educators. Our facility is consecrated as separate and safe from the identity and concerns of the outside world so that we may accomplish the work of spirit, body, mind, union. Our collected light, information, and heart love frequency consecrates our temple for the unique purpose of experiencing the soul body as self-sovereign in both form and thought. Oneness is our highest value, as oneness connects us to our source and the light of our own soul. It is our honor and duty to embody, demonstrate, and teach the ideal of oneness to all who wish inner knowing of their divine light, as it shines through their physical reality. We choose love over fear, information over ignorance, and peace over conflict. We embrace our mission, both within and without. Our purpose is to provide electric body healing and rebalancing through touch, as well as helping each seeker discover the subtle flow of their life force, that which is their soul's energy expression made manifest in and through the physical world.
To this, just mention, we won't read it, but I'll leave it there. And that, when we met, you agreed to take on boxes of archival things from the Seattle temples, and you found that and you typed it, and you said,
Yes. Yes.
So this was the seed document from the temple that Tamara, Sylvia, and I have been involved in Seattle.
Yes.
Do you remember me talking to you at this time that I had taken courses from a gentleman in Seattle on how to have a church that the government might attack? Do you remember me talking about a man named Noel of the Venusian Church?
I don't remember the specific name, but yes, I remember having a lot of conversation about
How you might choose a legal status.
exactly.
And he gave me a teaching, which I think I shared with you, that you must declare your legal status, because if you ever interact with the government, they're going to treat you the way your status is.
Yes.
We also talked at that time about the notion of free church, a church that is an unregistered religious entity. And I had done research, which I shared with you, that said free churches are a real thing. You don't have to register your church with the government. Do you remember us talking?
Yes.
And we even put something on the website to that effect, that we were a free church.
Yes.
And just fast forwarding a little bit, how this fell apart when we got it filed with the State of Arizona Corporation Commission to be a church. We were doing it by choice, not because we thought we had to.
Correct.
And then there was some stuff that happened, and Reverend Jimmy Sales left.
Yes.
And we were moving to the Shade House and had zero money.
Yes.
And kind of in survival mode. And so, and this, to finish this process required some money, if I recall.
Yes. And publishing, yes.
So we just basically said, maybe we're not ready
Yes,
Kind of what happened.
yes,
So we didn't abandon what we thought we were doing, but we did abandon the process of registering. Because some of our key people left.
correct.
And they left because of the attacks and the pressure.
Yes.
I wanted to just return for a moment to the idea that we had wanted very much that our ties and offers of support would always continue to do sort of nonprofit things. And that we want our rent to go to other nonprofits.
Yes.
And so just wanted to revisit Sperry's oneness. Do you remember ever visiting his website, looking at this? Is there anything you can tell me about Sperry Anderson's oneness ministry? Because when we were doing our oneness and then we met Sperry, and his whole thing was about oneness. Do you recall that?
Not a lot of detail. Of course, it's been, 5 years or so since I've read the website, but I do remember actually having conversations with Sperry about he was doing global work. He had gone to, one of his reasons for wanting to rent his house out and to have that income stream is he had gone, I believe it was Puerto Rico, it might have been Costa Rica, I'm not, but he had gone to one of those countries and he was doing his work from there. Just a lot of global outreach and a lot of ministry.
And so his funds for the resident house actually went into the whole trust, which was a nonprofit foundation.
Yes.
I want to get started on 2010 because that's the period that we're accused of doing that thing. Something of note from 2009, we had that flurry of press in February and then again in April. And then in May there was that meeting, there was a little press around that vacation rental home.
Yes.
And then in June, we got an invitation to go on a radio program. Rada and I went to a radio program,
Yes.
KFNS.
Yes.
And we had an amazing interview where we thought that the press was absolutely listening to what we were saying.
Yes.
Does that sound right? And so we began to use that radio program and put it on the front page so people could understand what we were doing.
Yes. I remember they were so delighted they invited you back.
Yes, I was going to say we were invited back and they wanted to speak with more of the healers to get more ideas, and that was in October of that same year. So at that point, we were doing press when someone invited us to. Does that sound right?
Yes.
I also want to go back just to a little tiny memory of the Shea House. We had a May Day. We were able to do a Beltane celebration. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And we didn't have a poll. And what can you tell me about the May 1st Beltane? It's one of our high holy days at the Beltane.
Yes.
Correct, based on a pagan calendar.
Yes.
And so, and actually other calendars look at the movement of the sun and the sun and moon. So we revolve.
Yes.
So tell me what you remember about the Bells game at the State House. We were under attack, we were about to lose the building again, had no money to move again. What do you remember about that ceremony?
Well, we still managed to create a maypole. It was still, it was still a beautiful ceremony.
And the women sat in the pool with their feet in the pool, and we all asked the mother to bless us and get us safely to another spot.
Yes.
So we get moved into this big building, we lose a bunch of practitioners because they don't like moving out of the beautiful home model. They don't want to be in a commercial office.
Right.
So we lost more people, then we got some new people. And at that point, we had one woman who was a white tigress. And then we had another white tigress come, and this was when ISIS came. So after we got to the new building, there was an influx of all new women, almost all new. There was some carryover, but there came new women. Do you recall that?
Yes.
And so we began to really do everything we could to structure ourselves more along the lines of a business, and I'll put quotes around that, instead of a family. We were going to be, I mean, we've been running everything kind of as a family. Do you agree? When it was in a house.
Yes.
And when it went to a bigger building, we kind of lost that feeling that we were all a family. And so we began to institute more and more programs that would cause people to get together because we weren't living together. Does that sound right?
Yes.
So one of the things that happened was we invited Corinne Clark to come into the building and present her goddess certification program. That was the fall of 9. And this was, I recall that maybe 2 or 3 people took the course from her and got certified. Does that sound right? Some of our women.
Yes.
We hosted her. And she also
Several of hers and a few of ours,
So
yes.
she had brought women from all over. There was even a woman from Russia, if I recall, who came to that program to be certified in her Tajin training. Who was a Russian girl?
Not specifically, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So she presented this teaching, and we began to, it was very successful, and we began to integrate lots of other people's modalities, like presenting modalities in the building.
Yes.
And what that meant was that many teachers of these different modalities were actually reaching out to us and saying, I want to come teach at the Phoenix Goddess Temple.
Yes.
Or I want to come do some ceremony with you on such and such date.
Yes.
And we had people, do you remember the shamans from South America that came and they all wore white when they did the ceremonies? When they happened on the weekend?
I'm not remembering the shamans.
You remember the Italian?
I do remember the Italians.
Okay. And, well, we had a number of women that built from other countries. So there was almost an international feeling to the building.
Very much so, yes.
All there were people who came through from New Zealand, obviously Canada. So you, at this point, it's the fall of 9, and the national and international teachers are starting to flood into the building and wanting to be part of it. Is that correct?
Yes.
And it was our practice to not ask the teachers for money. I think there was like a minimum of like $20 to pay for some water, tea, toilet paper for them to use the classroom. It was very minimal. Do you remember that? And then they might, if they wanted to do a more payment, they could. There was a minimum, and then what we like.
Yeah.
And the minimum was just the cost of the supplies. Do you remember something like that?
Not very specifically. I remember we had the little gift setups for our guests, our overnight guests, and the teachers, I don't remember asking anything from the teachers.
So we just wanted their presence, and we supported them. Did the teachers have a lot of money, most of them? You get that collection?
I think some did, and some didn't.
And some did not.
A lot of the teachers, my recollection is a lot of them were in ministry as well. And
And then even when teachers and practitioners, some of them also practice while they're in the
yeah, yes.
So before we leave November of 9, I'm just going to get to the end of 9 and we'll jump right into 10. We were very seriously putting out our newsletters, doing our Friday nights, like I said, for all, and having our room circles, just like that.
Yes.
And who's going to ask me to do these classes? Foundations of Energy Healing with Carol Briskin. She's the woman who came to Sweetheart to teach about chocolates.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part. You said it kind of fast.
Foundations of Energy Healing with Carol Briskin. She's a lady with curved short.
Are you asking if I remember her? Oh, I remember the name. I can't quite picture her.
Okay.
The Foundations of Energy Healing, I remember the class, yeah.
And then Crystal Dawn did an offering from sexual union to spiritual communion. Does that sound like something Crystal Dawn would have taught?
Yeah, she taught quite a bit.
Okay. And then there was Kundalini Yoga and Dog Healing with Lou Cotton.
Yes,
And Puja with Crystal Dawn.
yes.
And Cultivating Your Tantra Self-Practice with Delilah. Could have happened.
Yes,
What about Temple Dance with Annette Louise? She was a lady
I remember Temple Dance.
dancer who's all about activating Shakti dance.
I remember Temple Dance, I just can't quite picture her.
So we had moved to having a co-ed class every week so that the men had something to attend.
Yes,
So do you agree that the men who were coming for the private healings, teachings, and ceremonies frequently were activated and wanted to do more?
yes,
And so the classes and the socials were a way for them to flow into the community. So it wasn't all about the appointment.
yes.
I have the class list for the goddesstemple.com class with Dr. Green Clark. You remember Goddess L? She
Yes.
spoke about the Shishuna, and she was all about the nadis, and she's very yoga oriented.
Yes,
Okay. And then there was Deborah Dawn from Michigan. And Deborah Dawn. Who could forget Deborah Dawn?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
She was a circle when the Peace Magazine press was there and they wrote about it. Does that ring a bell? And then one of our goddess women, Debbie Ma, took the class. Goddess Violet took the class. Goddess Grace took the class. Savannah signed up. I don't know if she completed it. And Aphrodite and Goddess Alina, who was one of our women who then left the temple.
Yes,
And so, again, reiterating, the women, it would be fair to say that the women used the temple as a resource to empower their lives.
oh, absolutely.
So if it was convenient and good for them to be there, they would, but nobody was obligated to be there doing appointments. They were always there because they wanted to.
Correct.
And if they wanted to do appointments somewhere else, which meant temple had at that point no relationship with them except the love of our hearts, that also happened. When we get all the skills to work in temple manner and then they go do their own thing.
Yes,
So now it's 2010, early 2010, and the Phoenix Magazine article is finally going to be published because they told us it'd be published in November of 9, then they said not Christmas, then they said maybe January, and it ended up being a February print of the monthly magazine. Is that right?
yes.
What do you remember about that article, that magazine article? What was on the cover? Do you remember that?
Right.
And then inside the Phoenix Sex Church.
Wasn't it something else on the cover, though?
Yes, we weren't on the cover. It was
Okay.
also about cannabis and the best bars.
Okay.
And we remember thinking, oh my gosh,
We weren't on the cover.
One at a time, please.
we were laughing because they said, oh, it looks like they put us in a sin issue. Remember that? 'Cause the only other stories were about medical marijuana and the best bars. Remember that?
Yes.
We were like, hey, it's an in-depth story about us. Do you remember being pleased, not pleased with that story when it came out? Was it a mixed bag?
It was very middle of the road to me. It was very middle of the road, very even. It didn't have, I remember there not being a lot of negative opinion, or it wasn't like one way or the other. I thought it was a very well-written article. And he described ceremony a little mundanely. That's what I remember. That he was kind of a little, just mundane about the ceremony that he was in, but I thought he was fair.
He came to, I think, an equinox circle in the fall. Does that sound right? And he wrote about that.
Yes.
And so we're in the temple. The article has finally been published after months of waiting. And isn't it true that we had people call us panicky saying that was a horrible article, you're going to have to close? Some people reacted like, oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, it was very mixed reaction, yes.
And then some people were like, that was the best, congratulations.
Yes.
We had all of that coming in right after that article.
So many people went to the website from that article and called us just saying this is the most amazing thing I've ever heard of. It drove a lot of people to the website to read the website. So yes, a lot of people were calling and just saying this is mind-blowing what this is. And so many people wanted to come to classes and the Sunday services. And
it's true that some people didn't like the publicity and left the temple. Right after the magazine article, we lost a number of practitioners.
yes,
Again.
yes.
And it was about this time that you had a member of your family, I think, or a very good friend, who was coaching men. And he wanted to do an experiment. We were talking about how people perceive us and don't perceive us correctly. And he gave you a teaching about how the human brain works. That when something is, he said, here's an experiment I'm going to do. And he texted the URL without explanation to 10 of his coaching clients.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Could you tell us what happened? Because we were asking people around us, how do we get people to understand? Right? It was something like that, and he's like, look, the human brain works like this. Something. Could you tell what happened? Because it changed me. It made me feel like, that's right. We used that information from Aaron to adjust our sales going forward. Do you remember what he did or what happened when he
I remember that most everybody he sent it to responded to him like, I've never in my life heard of such a thing. Can this possibly be real? Is this possibly true? This is specifically what you're asking me, what
And
we...
then there was two people, so most of them said, is this, I think 7 said this could be real.
Yeah.
2 of them said, I would never go to such a place. And 1 said, I scheduled an appointment, thank you. Is that what happened? Do you remember that?
It sounds familiar. I'm not remembering exactly, but
And it was just a URL with no explanation from their life coach.
correct.
And so then he spoke to us about the human mind and dissonance and how you go through stages where if you've never heard of it before, you'll basically ignore it. And then when you see it a second time or a third time, it creates dissonance, like, oh, I saw that before, but I don't know what it is. And that's the dissonance. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And so we just decided, well, we're going to
Yes,
That sound right? Yes. When we talked about this?
yes.
This is one of the times you brought information to help me secure. Right?
Okay, yes.
So whenever there was bad publicity, we lost the women who had good self-esteem. Did that be the way a lot of the women that had great self-esteem actually left because they didn't want the stain of bad publicity?
I,
They're like, oh, I never wanted to be known as an alleged sex worker. That's not what I think I'm doing. I better get the heck out of it. Something like that.
yes, we definitely lost women as far as the self-esteem. I think it was kind of both ends of the spectrum.
And then there were a few women who said, let's just stand here and keep going.
Yes,
And keep showing them who we are.
yes.
So, reading 9, there's been some discussion of a board called the Erotic Review, which is the nation's #1 sex review board. Remember anything about this? TER, the Erotic Review?
I do.
Okay. And we had a policy that we did not want any of our, we didn't want any reviews, no mentions of our people on the Erotic Review.
Correct.
Remember that?
Yes,
And I had already sent letters out when Tamara was with me in 08, and I said they're not supposed to have any reviews.
correct.
And then someone in October of 9 wrote a review about ISIS and stuck it on there, and the phone started to go crazy for her. Do you remember this? She had a positive review on the review board. I do have an email. Your Honor, may I show the witness the email about the...
Approach, please.
This is an issue that has come up a few times, and it runs to me like saying we're not the people that read this thing, and we're not the people who are on this thing promoting sexual activity. This is the second email or the third email, but it happened when Janet was with me. Like anyone on the Erotic Review, if you get positive reviews, your phone will ring all day. But we stayed off of it, and I'd like to. And so it goes to the exact distinction between what we think is sex work and what we think we're doing. It's in this, why we asked them to take us off the review board.
Ask her if you
It's been the 5 years, it's just like, dang, we're not getting any detail. She doesn't remember.
Well, obviously, you can testify about the details. If you want to show her these emails to refresh your recollection,
okay.
you may do that, but we need to have them marked with the clerk so that there's a record.
Thank you. To her.
Correct.
Hand it to her. Okay. But I tag it.
Yes, it needs to be tagged. You may.
It's just a refresh.
So the record is clear. You just handed the witness a document. There's an exhibit number. What is that exhibit number?
221.
Thank you.
So, people who were in the sex work, the secular sex work thing, sensual massage, escorts, that kind of thing, that's a huge thing, isn't it, Jen? It's huge.
Yes.
And in actuality, we're trying to be the church for that group of people who are kind of lost in this disconnected sex and money.
Yes.
And so the state has said that we're a criminal enterprise in it for the money. And this email is demanding that we be removed and all traces of God's temple removed from the erotic review. Can you say why? Do you remember what that was?
Well, very specifically, I didn't read every word of this, but I know very specifically we didn't want to be in reviews really due to the self-sovereignty and the sacredness of every session. That one energetic healing with one person, one practitioner, was never going to be the same as another seeker and another practitioner. Or same practitioner, and even an hour apart, or even same two people different days. It was purely an energetic healing with whatever was going on in the moment.
Yes, and the review board is basically saying, she did this for me and she'll do it for you.
Exactly. So there was no place for these types of reviews to be out, saying that anybody would act in any particular way twice in a row.
Yes, positive reviews on the erotic review would have made the phone ring a lot more. Do you know that, or you don't know that because we never?
But not with
Not with, it wasn't a match.
it wouldn't, yes, exactly.
It might have made the phone ring, but it would have been no match, no match.
That's not what we were, yes, that's not who we are.
Okay, thank you. So, in the fall of 9, I was in 10. Do you remember Kamala Devi, the woman from San Diego? The slender brunette lady who does West University? Probably came on.
Yes,
Okay. But she was very interested at the time in gathering the temple keepers nationwide, and anyone who was a center holder for a Tanya temple, a goddess temple, an energy temple, that we were going to all get on a call and talk about the council of temple keepers, and talk about the issues that we were all facing.
I don't remember that specifically.
Okay. And then we began to, at the Yellow House, there's a group called the Phoenix Tantra Meetup that's been going for a
Yes.
long time.
Yes.
Sunil is the man that runs it.
Yes,
So he's a Hindu man devoted to bringing Tantra to this culture.
yes,
And he loves every aspect of it. He brings in all kinds of teachings. And the meetup wanted to bring their meetup to the temple when we were at the Yellow House, Chris House.
yes,
But there wasn't space, their group was too big.
right?
And do you remember that they were actually renting a conference room in Scottsdale at the time as people to do their meetup? They were renting a civic building.
Yeah, I don't remember specific, but I know they had just, little conference rooms. It wasn't nice, super nice quarters, yeah.
They were under fluorescent lights and extra. So they were very excited to, when we had space, move the meetup to our space.
Yes,
So as soon as we got in the big building, we began to host the time meetups.
yes.
And I'm just going to mention so let's see. The meetups would have began, it looks like, somewhere in the fall of 9. We began hosting meetups. Here's one, and
we wanted to be a little more, what's the word I'm looking for? Inclusive, thank you. A little more inclusive and didn't, like I said earlier, as far as the separation of men and women, we wanted to get away from anything that might feel separate.
And it's true that some people just are uncomfortable with the word goddess.
Yes.
Here's one, Anita, Spirit Circle, Sacred Mother, Honoring Your Divine Feminine, Women Only. But that sounds like something you would have hosted, a women's only class, Honoring Your Divine Feminine.
Yes.
That doesn't really happen. Let's talk for a minute about Grace. Grace Rosen, the lady who was into Taoist energy practices, a golden woman. She was all about CrossFit Women. She wanted to open a center for just nothing but CrossFit. Remember that?
There's something very familiar. I'm not getting much detail.
So, do you remember our guests also did thresholds, whether they were practicing a lot of times they would do exchange, like a temple person would, a healer would arrive or a teacher would arrive and someone would offer to give them a healing. Then they'd get on the road for 3 days or something.
Correct.
Things like that. Do you remember that she had a healing ceremony with Matthew? And that like many of the ceremonies, the thresholds, she just cried a lot. Remember that?
I'm not remembering that very well.
Do you remember that what was common for women when they received their healing was expressing out of the heart, like men express here as an outflow, but women, our big outflow is emotion.
Yes, very much.
So a lot of times the women would seek whole body healing, and sexuality just wasn't usually part of it. They were going to just be in a safe place and God would cry.
Yes.
Did you hear that a lot?
Yes.
Doesn't mean the woman wasn't interested in root energy, but generally that's how she would land, is that
Yes.
expression of the heart. And for us, the men were landing the same way with this energy. Oh, what do I do with this energy? No one seems to want it. That kind of.
Yes.
So part of what we were doing was viewing the energy system as sacred.
Yes.
And it's also good for men to feel it and master it. Be in mastery of the energy.
Yes.
And then Lori Hammers began to teach. She taught at the temple on and off throughout our time, and she's based here in Phoenix, Butterfly Workshops.
Yes.
With Lori. And so she had, let's see, it looks like in 9, she taught, this is early 10. Oh, we had a screening of her movie, that's what it was. She did a movie called, she went to India, and they had a movie about Tantra, something about Tantra on the road, or we had a movie screening of the Tantra movie this spring, Taryn, by Jen. Does that ring a bell?
It's ringing a bell. My thought was, oh, was that Lori?
There was more than one person with the movie.
Yes.
Okay. But she was a Olympian being who had done this movie about going to India, pursuing the pure form of Tantra in India, but it was kind of a comic movie as well. And we screened it in the temple.
Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
There's an email here that you said that.
Okay.
So now we're heading into the spring of 10, and it happens to be the 100th anniversary of the International Year of Women. And it's something that happens every March For 100 years.
That was the big California.
Well, actually, it's international. And it's called International Women's Day or Day of the Woman, and it's international, and it's March 8th. And it's the 100th anniversary of that. And that was when we decided we would host the International Goddess Congress in Sedona. We were going to invite women, and we did some conference calls, and then we had a gathering May 1st. Remember that?
Yeah, it's coming to me a little bit. I remember the emblem.
And
We put on the newsletters and yes.
do you recall that when we Googled International Day of the Woman, that it was like a national holiday all over the world, but people got the day off? Remember that?
Yeah,
And we were like, we live in the United States, and no one even knows about the Day of the Woman.
yes.
That struck us as odd, didn't it? Because other countries just take the whole day off.
That was pretty awesome.
So the Goddess Congress was set up with Sedona Temple, and I had to ask you, that was more of were you involved in the Goddess Congress, or that was really a weekend thing, so you helped or didn't?
I don't think I went.
It was on the weekend. Do you recall that I was really excited about getting a religious visa to get Naomi in from Canada?
Yes,
And so, in the fall of 9, I think it was July of 9, we put together a package for Homeland Security. Do you remember that?
yes,
And there were emails, and there were, the Homeland Security packet was pretty big. We had to prove everything about ourselves as a church. Remember that?
yes,
And it was our idea to establish, this was another way for us to establish ourselves within the government system, is to go through the process to get a religious visa for our religion.
yes. I remember that was months of
It
work.
was months of paperwork and filing. And then when we filed the papers, we found out there was $1,000 to expedite the application. Remember that?
Yes,
We didn't have $1,000. So we waited and waited, and they actually began the process of talking with us July of the next year, so she completely missed the Congress. Does that sound right? But we put the application in, and so we came back from them in July of 10.
oh, I remember, I don't remember like specific details, but I do remember it was an enormous process. We missed deadlines. It was,
Well, what was we couldn't pay to expedite it, and then when the
Yes.
deadline goes, the Congress was over. That's right.
and then had to like start again, and then I think ended up, I don't think we ever got her down, did we?
Yeah. But we attempted that
Yes,
with Homeland Security.
yes.
So do you remember a woman named Jewel who came in and taught spiritualized your sexuality?
Not specifically.
Okay. There were a lot of people interested in what we did.
Yes,
And they were excited to bring their own brand of whatever it was that they had discovered that made them feel better. They wanted to jump into the container of the temples in Sedona and Sedona.
yes,
So I want to mention again that the ministry that I'm on trial for and you're on trial for is criminal enterprise. And that would mean using funds to do criminal things and then keeping
I'm going to object to misstating Ms. Crave is not on trial, Judge.
Sustained.
I'm going to object to relevance and hearsay.
Approach, please. Where are you going?
I think she's sitting there because she ran out of money. And she wouldn't have taken a plea except for that
Well, the issue
she ran
is,
out of money.
the issue is there something about that fact that you believe affects her credibility? Are you claiming that she's somehow biased or
No.
not credible because
No,
of
I don't
that?
think so. I apologize. No, I guess it doesn't have relevancy. I apologize. I was trying to get to, you fought very hard and even spent a lot of money you maybe didn't have to not take a plea, but eventually you did. And I wanted to get to that. Maybe Kyle can help me frame
Okay,
those questions for another day.
The objection is relevant, so you'll need to be able to articulate why it's relevant if it doesn't go to her bias or credibility.
Yes, I don't think she's biased at all. Thank you.
All right.
There were several reasons that I chose her as my goddess. Primarily, she was one of the most powerful goddesses, also married in a very powerful marriage. That was something that was very attracted to me, being in a marriage, and I consider my husband and I in a very good marriage. And listening to the different stories, the mythological stories, I felt that she had been cast as very weak and jealous and not very powerful. And I remember saying I wanted to restore her good name. I thought that it was awful how they cast her as a frenzied jealous. If she's the queen of the gods, that's not okay with me.
And so, we're going to move into a little area that no one here very likely has thought about, because God's temples don't really exist, generally speaking. I remember that your partner filled in with help with computers.
Yes.
When something crashed, we just didn't, our computers stopped working, and we found the old one and brought it in and gave it to us, those types of things. And so over time, because he had had that couple ceremony, as he was being in service along with you being in service, we wanted to bless your partner by letting him have an experience of the secret. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Would you tell us how that first visit, how that came about? Because you were in control of having your partner come to the temple. Can you tell us what happened? I think you visited you, but can you recall how you made that decision that you were okay to let your partner come and have an experience with one of the practitioners?
Having come to know what the temple was about, what was being taught there, what was being practiced there, knowing the goddesses, what they were, it felt, there was certainly nothing threatening about it. I thought it would be very healing, very beneficial to both of us. He was so blown away. He was so blown away.
And isn't it true that he actually kind of used these as a reward system? Like you're like, I really want to bless my head with love, but now I'm going to send it. Do you remember that? Like there was a couple times you literally said, I want to reward my head. I want to gift him. I want to bless him. I remember one or two times there was like no reason. You just said, I want to bless him. Do you remember going, and so sometimes you chose the practitioner and sometimes he chose the practitioner? Did you ever choose the practitioner for him?
It was, sorry, going back to specific conversations now. It would, best my memory serves me is that it was whatever practitioner was willing to do a healing. Yes.
And some, he did see some other practitioners where the temple might have tithed him, or excuse me, tithed the practitioner. So he would have had some that were gifted and some of the temple went. Because he was actually doing computer work that would have cost lots and lots and lots of money. He gave us a computer a few times, that type of thing. We just wanted to bless him back. We had a number of temple men that we gave blessing appointments to. Is that true?
Yes.
So I want to go back to this because you're probably one of the best witnesses to discuss this. The women in the goddess temple that are practitioners, some of them were partnered, correct?
Yes.
And some of the women were single, and the men were single.
Correct.
And each one operated with their own system of what was okay, based on they were single, they had a partner, they all had their own system of boundaries based on what was happening in their life.
Yes.
But something that was uniform among all the practitioners is that we would never insert ourselves into the life of a seeker. Like as in, if something wonderful happened and there's an intimate exchange, nobody was like then going to pick up the phone and say, hey, we had a great connection, do you want to take me to breakfast this morning? Or would you help me pick up my kid? We had a great connection yesterday, and I'm sure you care about me today, would you go pick my kid up? It would never flow into the seeker's life.
Not that I ever heard of, no.
And once in a while, a seeker might really become a devotee of a woman, might even fall for her, they might even start a relationship. That happens.
Yes.
But the overall commitment of the priestess would be to empower the man and send him back to his world with no shame.
Correct.
And feeling uplifted. He didn't do something shameful or something he should feel guilty about, but he actually became a better man through this process.
That was the intention.
That was our intention. Maybe he didn't always hit that with every single appointment, but that was always our intention.
Yes.
To uplift the men and send them out into the world more grounded, more happy.
That was the intention of the entire temple, every person that walked in the door, regardless of what they were there for, would leave uplifted, better, healed, balanced.
And a lot of it was based on a couple of things. Energy rebalancing, right? Too much energy in one spot, not enough in another. Get it rebalanced.
Yes.
And then there was the holy anointing and the mother's touch, the loving touch was a big part.
Yes.
Do you think the sexual expression, the sexual conduct that this day is talking about, did that connection and energy exchange, it was meant to grow out of the moment, correct? That it would be created between the two people in private, but whatever happened between them, if it was sexy, non-sexy, it was always their private co-creation.
I apologize, I got a little lost from the beginning to the end of the question.
But I'll just ask you, did you ever feel like you offered a sexual act for money to someone on the phone? Like, come in with this much money and this will happen for you?
Never.
Do you think that the women in the temple could be bought with an amount of money? Like, they get in the chamber, it's like, here's an extra 100, will you have sex with me? Do you think, how would that go?
I would have a hard time believing that happened.
Because most of our practitioners were following the arrangement on the secret form, which is to not discuss things like that.
Yes.
So the state just says that we have sexual conduct for a fee arrangement, and yet we have this secret form, which actually asks them to declare their intentions and to not talk about money in the chamber, and it's not about sexual gratification. You know the secret form.
Yes.
There's 4,000 of them.
Yes.
So, in your opinion, did the undercover agents honor our arrangement when they didn't do what was on the secret form? Did they keep their part of the arrangement? When the undercover guys came in and filled this out and then didn't do what was on the form, did they keep their part of the arrangement?
No.
I wonder if that arrangement is null and void if the parties don't come to an agreement. Revisit the Phoenix Magazine article again just for a moment. There was a lot of nerves. We were nervous about what the article might say. Not because we were ashamed, but because we've been misunderstood so many times.
Correct.
So the article comes out, there's some bad reactions, some great reactions, and we get a phone call to go on a television program, a local TV program. Do you remember that?
Oh, yes. Yes.
So at Captain McMahon, we actually were on 2 shows at his station. One with him, and then they asked us to go back the next day and talk to some ladies that had a morning show.
Yes.
And do you remember how really nervous I was? Because I was afraid to get into a situation where we misconstrued.
Yes.
And we came back with a recording and sat in the temple and everybody watched it. And do you remember what the feeling was after we watched the Captain McMahon?
Oh, we thought it went very well.
And so at that point, we thought, wow, we're okay here. No one's attacking us.
Right.
We really thought no one was attacking us at that exact moment.
Right.
Because Pat McMahon is like the Paul Harvey of Phoenix. He's like his grandfather figure, father figure. So he's talking to us as if we're real. And the article's there. And so even though we've lost practitioners, we feel encouraged to keep going.
Well, we've been investigated by the Scottsdale police. We were, investigated by zoning. We had turned in documents that went to Homeland Security. We turned in documents that went to the city of Phoenix. We had been interviewed, articles written about us. There was nothing hidden, and there was no reason at this point to believe that we hadn't been thoroughly investigated by pretty much everything. Everything was out in the open for everybody to see. At this point, yes, we felt there was nothing to be afraid of.
We felt that the government was sort of holding space for us, for our religion. And then we felt the biggest problem we had was then that the public didn't understand.
Maybe public opinion, yes.
And whenever there was an article, a story, or a TV interview, there was always public comment.
Yes.
Right. And do you remember any of some people in Temple were very like, look at all these, and people sat and read them. Do you remember reading any of the comments?
Yes.
And the comments were, tell me about the comments. What do you remember about the comments? From any, whenever you did sit down and read public comments about the temple, what did you see?
Oh, they ranged from, joking and surprised and what is this, and there was a full range.
There were a few haters who actually called us names.
Yeah,
Almost every
there's always that.
Always that. Always someone who will be calling us,
Yes.
I'll say it for temple of whores or
Somebody called themselves Sheriff Joe and commented.
yes.
I don't know if it was actually him or not.
Yes. So we've now been through all the major TV channels. We've been to the Arizona Republic once or twice, a couple times. In 09 and in May because of the meeting at Camelback Bible Church. So we go through all this. We have this article, but we think, oh my gosh, as hard as this is, will we financially stable at that moment?
I recall very seldom that we were financially stable.
And so we lost a few really wonderful practitioners because of the article
Yes.
in 2010.
Yes.
So we had to rebuild. We had to build in more practitioners, more teachers. Teachers were also scared off, or they didn't want to teach in the building. Remember that?
Some, yes.
We lost some teachers.
Oh, yes. Yes, what a mess.
And that happened a couple of times where our website was just gone.
Yeah.
So we endured cyber attacks, we endured upset neighbors, did our best to be aware. Met with various city officials, said yes to the press when they would call. Do you remember us talking about, there were people in Temple who didn't want press. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
And do you remember us sitting in a room at one of our meetings and talking about how if we had any hiding energy whatsoever, the press would actually just flip that on us? That if we refused to do an interview, they could come undercover as a speaker or someone to work there, and they're going to see everything but without the welcoming hug. So why would we do that? Does that sound right?
Yes.
So we decided that turning down press, unless it was obvious that they were going to want us, that we would generally just do our best to say yes, give something to work that point.
Yes.
It became our policy to say yes at that point.
Yes.
Do you recall that we reached out to the Arizona Republic in spring 2010 and also the Seattle Weekly and asked them to send their religion editors to our May Day celebration because it was a Mother's Day Holy Day? Do you remember us reaching out to the press in May of 10 to see if they'd cover it as a religion story?
Not remembering that specific conversation.
Do you remember me ever saying, they come when they want to, not when you call, kind of thing? Because I was disappointed they wouldn't send someone. We wanted to show our temple in the light of our religious high holy day and not just put it out in the article.
Yes, of course.
Literally saying that the religion writers are wrong, there aren't any anymore.
Yes.
So let's talk about Freya for a minute. Freya Ayala. Freya lived in Temple for a while, and she was also the
Yes.
And she actually appeared in the Phoenix Magazine article, photographed,
Yes.
and she was part of the Goddess Congress. And when she came in, she had been sort of cloistered and living by herself, and it was a big coming out for her to step into priestessing in a temple. Remember that?
Yes.
Had her coming out. And she began to take over leading the ceremonies, most of our rituals.
Yes.
And she brought a very strong pagan influence.
Yes.
And the women really liked that.
Yes.
Especially Gypsy.
Yes.
And Gypsy chose to be in Freya's lineage. That's why she changed her name to Gypsy Iota, because Freya was Freya Iota.
Yes.
So the temple wasn't just about our programs like Mystic Sisters. We actually held space for other people's programs to make connections.
Yes.
So lots of Tantra programs and Goddess programs also benefited from the existence of the Phoenix Goddess Center.
Yes.
Just because we were holding sacred space.
Yes.
A space that was safe and dedicated, consecrated with sacred intent, where they could come do their sacred teachings. So we were a big container for a lot of people.
Yes. Absolutely.
And it's true, isn't it, that the building and most of the overhead was paid by a private ceremony. Most of the money came from private ceremonies.
Yes.
The teachings was a small trickle that began to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yes.
You remember Blue Simran?
Yes.
Remember when we were at the Shea House, that was when he called out of the blue and said, I hear you ladies are moving, can I help?
Yes.
And he helped us move a couple other times.
Yes.
And Guru Simran is a Sikh.
Yes.
And so he was in residence at temple once in a while. He would stay for a week or two,
Yes.
give teachings and healing,
Yes.
do exchanges with the practitioners. And he was an actual guru who carried a big bubble of sacredness with him.
Yes.
And so he became one of the more temple fathers. Like, we had some men that were very powerful, that treated temple women like daughters and sisters.
Yes.
So there were men in the temple who would witness the beautiful temple women and support them in their work, and then not ask for sexuality back from them. Like, they held the space with honor
Yes.
and without neediness. Would you agree that there were some men that came into temple to be temple men that were kind of like puppies waiting at the table for scraps? They were hoping something would happen. Sexy with the practitioner. They would live there and hope that something get, hope something. And so the women were always ultimately blessing, gifting the men, or not, based on how the guys were acting. Would that be true?
Yes. Yeah.
So, regardless of who you were, getting a healing from someone had to be about right conversation, asking at the right time, both parties are in agreement, both parties feel it's time to do this. Would you agree?
It's all energetic.
Let's talk about, and it is all energetic. Let's talk about natural time. Temple has something called goddess time. What is that?
It's a non-existent clock.
And is that because the practitioners and the seekers were supposed to separate from the outside world and immerse in an eternal now?
Yes.
Part of natural time has to do with referencing the movement of the heavens instead of a calendar with numbers.
Yes.
The high holy days are to reference the movements of the sun and the moon.
Yes.
And in our temple, the sun was the father symbol, and the moon and the earth were the mother.
Yes.
And when we were doing our every 2 weeks moon circle, we were moving through time in a different way. Do you agree that meeting every 2 weeks and marking the new flow of time around us.
Yes.
So this concept of an eternal now that's happening in the transformation chamber, this all relates to the light of the soul being present now and not scattering your energy to the past or the future. Would you agree?
Yes.
So natural time and helping people get into natural time flow was definitely something we were doing.
Yes.
And also honoring the seasons. Every spring, summer, winter, fall, we would change the altar clocks
Yes.
to reflect the season. That's the foliage, the trees and animals, the seasonal change on the earth.
Yes.
And I was going to mention, it says here that Guru Simran taught loving touch, the art of sensuous massage. Sound right?
Yes.
Christina Smith, who was English, and she came in talking about conscious connected breathing, a men's only class. Sound right?
Yes.
She called herself the Avatar. Do you remember Michael Crowley, the bearded gentleman who had the mountain temple?
Yes.
Okay, so we were weaving with a number of other temples in Phoenix.
Yes. We went to Michael Crowley's temple for ceremony.
And they are people who believe similarly in the goddess.
Yes.
And they actually use this gentleman, Michael Crowley, his father, grandfather was Aleister Crowley. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he was really into the tarot deck. Do you remember that?
Not so much.
Do
Sorry.
you remember that some people in temple had tarot decks?
Oh, yes.
And I had a tarot deck.
Yes.
And in the tarot deck, it's the Fool, and then it's the Magician, which is one, and then the next card is the High Priestess. Remember that?
Yes.
And then he wanted to make a movie and have like a movie about the tarot, and he said, "Oh, you're the High Priestess. You can be that in a movie." Does that ring a bell?
This was Michael Crowley?
This is Michael Crowley, yeah, the gentleman from the Mountain Temple.
I don't remember a conversation about the movie with him. Yeah.
And then he passed. Remember when you got the notice? Okay. And then it looks like we had another couple party led by Leela. What do you remember about Leela? As a practitioner.
I remember her, what do you call that's not a trapeze,
Oh, yeah, she had the swing, the yoga swing.
the yoga swing, yes. I remember, she did a lot of water ceremony, is that right?
She did.
Yeah.
And when she came to us in the fall of 9, she had left her work as a bank vice president.
Oh, yes, the bank, I remember
She had
that.
a very
Yes.
serious goal.
Yes.
And then she had a couple of tantra experiences which blew her mind. Does that sound right?
Yes, and she began doing a lot of traveling, yes.
And then she dove all the way dove into sweet medicine, Kudeshka, Native American.
Oh, the Kudeshka, yes.
So Leela was with us for a time. She began to practice with us in whole body healing. And while at temple, she connected with the Q, with the Buddhist.
Yes.
So I want to mention that there is a group of people in the valley called the Ear Tribe. Do you remember the Ear Tribe?
I do. That was connected with the Kudeshka, is that right?
They found
Okay.
and that was founded by Harvey Swift here. And it's called the Q or Kudeshka or Sweet Medicine.
Okay.
And do you remember Amar Charles? He taught the
Yeah,
And she was also in
yeah, she came and taught a couple of times at the temple.
completely focused on the women as practitioners.
Yeah,
Would you agree?
yeah,
We had a lot of people actually flowing in and giving women trainings where there was no money to pay them. They would just flow in.
they would, yes.
They were blessing us with their teachings because they wanted us to uplift and succeed.
Yes.
And then in early 10, we began to correspond with Wayne Clayton. Wayne Clayton began, and I had met him at Sedona Conference and also in Chicago. Remember that? That I said I met him at a couple of the conferences.
Yes.
And do you recall that I told you that he had a reputation in the Tantra community for doing work with teens because he had two fabulous daughters? Remember that? Or then he also was focused on. Remember that I said I met him and he was doing something about how to empower your daughter, your teen daughter, in sexuality situations. Remember me talking about that? But I was impressed.
I don't remember the teen daughter conversation. I remember the meeting of Wayne, and I remember him being mostly abuse therapy.
Correct. So that was what he, but in the beginning he was teaching lots of different things. He came though wanting to do deep core healing,
Yes.
which was basically a modality specifically for
Yeah.
incest and rape.
For the abuse trauma.
And so Wayne began to write us in February 10, and he offers to come and teach, and his workshop was going to be offered in April. He was asking to do practitioner training once a month is what it looks like. And I'm just going to look at his flyer. So, Wayne Clayton, energy practitioner and teacher, trauma support, and he came through, and maybe there wasn't enough science for his students. I don't remember what happened with Wayne's first visit in the temple where he came to teach. Do you remember anything about his first visit?
I think he was trying to have a deep core healing class, and yeah, what I remember is there weren't enough people. I'm thinking that there was one of the goddesses that had signed up, and I thought maybe he gave the teaching to one person. It's kind of vague, but I remember then he went and we got better at advertising the class, and then he did have a full class after that.
Eventually he had his curriculum with his certification and graduation.
Yes.
This was the beginning.
Yeah.
And at that time, as Wayne was beginning to correspond with us, there was another woman named Holly who also was very interested in doing sexual trauma. And there was some discussion that if the Goddess Temple had a choice, we'd probably rather have a woman teaching, doing healing about incest and rape versus having a man be our resident teacher. Do you remember as we began to talk about Wayne coming in, there were people who said, wow, it'd be great if we had a woman doing this. Remember us talking about that?
I don't remember Holly. I don't.
Do you remember any of the women in Temple saying, I think we should have this incest and trauma program, but it makes me uncomfortable that it's a man leading it?
Yes.
So there were a few people who were just really wanted the temple to be all run by women.
Yes.
I have no men saying what's going to happen, that they could make suggestions, but all decisions would be made by women.
Yes.
And didn't that sort of cause we weren't into goddess off by ourselves. So there were women who really wanted female-led everything. Would you agree that some of our women wanted female-led everything?
Yes.
And then there were some of our women who wanted tantric back and forth back.
Yes.
We didn't have anybody who wanted female-led.
That what?
There wasn't any we weren't holding space for the men to teach in the temple, but they would come.
Yes.
So we didn't look for it, but there were many male teachers and practitioners because we were super busy dealing with the women. But isn't it true that many men came to give their gifts?
Yes.
And if the temple was, did you find that the men that were helping the temple, when they would give the temple hero card, or they would say, here's some money, I know you guys need some money, when those things would happen, did you feel that that human being was saying to you, I like the mission, I really want to give, here, I'm going to help, I really want the mission to succeed. Did you feel like they gave the money so we could succeed in our mission?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained.
Why do you think the men gave you money?
Objection, speculation.
Sustained. We're going to take the noon recess. Ladies and gentlemen, please return at 1:30. We will start promptly at that time. Please remember the admonition.
All right.
She brought up so many pagan names that I've never heard of. I have to do a transcript of today. I'd be a deep trouble.
All right, Ms. Lees, you brought up a number of names during your cross-examination. The court reporter is going to need a list of those names and spellings for the transcript in order for it to be accurate. All right, and if you could bring that after the lunch hour, that would be great. And if you have any other names,
And some of the names.
Judge, just very briefly, and this doesn't have to be on the record.
okay.
We are, I think, getting close to the end of the state's case.
Please be seated. The record will show the presence of the jury, the defendant, and counsel. Ms. Lees, you may continue with cross-examination.
Didn't you?
I was looking at a media announcement. Do you remember a woman at the Yale House named Carol, who had kind of a job doing medical records, and she had red hair, and she started coming to the temple because she actually felt suicidal. She felt like there was nothing. She had a session with red hair. I don't want to say her last name, that would be to reveal too much, but it was in the Yale House fall of 9, and it was one of the first times a woman had presented herself. I'm coming dressed to be healed as a woman. It's one of our first times.
Yeah, that part is familiar, the couple sessions with Ava Ray. And Carol,
Whatever you remember about that and how she came to us to remember. She started wearing tie-dye and being happy about that. She said it was bright colors.
shorter woman, short hair. Okay, it's kind of vague, but I do remember some of that, yes.
So almost from the very beginning, pretty much, we also had people, not just women, but men and women, come into the temple who really wanted to be in the temple, and it wasn't necessarily about appointments or some private sessions. They were coming because of the idea of the mother's temple.
Yes, absolutely.
And so she came to some classes and circles and then ended up having a ceremony with Ava Ray after.
Yeah, I'm not remembering fully, but
But you do remember someone coming to us with that kind of help,
yes,
and that she was even, it was just very dark for her. She felt she lost her enthusiasm. And I don't want to recall what she said she was suicidal. Remember anything like that?
I don't remember a lot of detail.
But severely depressed.
Yes.
And she found something that made her feel better.
Yes,
And she actually brought a partner and began to bring her husband to the classes. Do you remember them showing up with a matching tie-dye shirt? Again, it might have been a Friday night.
yeah, I'm getting, like I said, I can kind of start to see her. I remember the sessions with Ava Ray and him healing. I'm not remembering specifically Carol and details about her.
But the idea is that this was a woman who came to Temple for healing, not a man.
Correct,
And she found healing with a man at the temple.
yes,
And it actually made her life better. It was miracles.
yes.
And another one of the things that was taught at Temple was called Abraham Hicks, Get into the Vortex. Do you remember that those teachings?
Yes, very well.
And what is your remembrance of the teachings of? Because we were about chakras, which is a vortex.
Mhm. Yes,
And so then there's this other teaching about how to get in the vortex to co-create with source.
yes.
Would you like to tell us what you remember about Abraham Hicks and anything?
I actually still listen to Abraham Hicks. It's a teaching, it's a, there's so much to say. From a non-physical source, it's, channeled through Esther Hicks. Abraham is the non-physical source. And they talk about very specifically focusing on what you want to attract in your life. Focus is very energetic. It actually put a lot of puzzle pieces together for me as far as the whole energetic conversation goes. But focusing on the things that you want in your life will bring those things to you. Focusing on what's wrong and what's missing brings more of what's wrong and what's missing to you. It's energy flows where attention goes. And I think that was the guy with the teeth that said that. What was his name? Anyways, it made perfect sense. So the more you focus on what you want, your energy on the relief and the positive, the more of that will be attracted. The universe is a magnetic universe.
Magnetic energy was a big thing that we were playing and teaching.
Yes.
And actually, this says that it was Carrie Starr's meetup group in April of 10. Does that sound right? That might have been your sister meeting Abraham Hicks gathering?
It very well could have been, yes.
She does also follow the
Yes.
magnetic. So this idea that we attract things was definitely a part of the basic theory of practice.
Yes.
That if you're attracting a seeker who's not great to you, then you gotta look at your self-love. Was that one of the things?
Sure. Yes.
And that the women and the men who have a great deal of self-care seem to stay in a better place. And they're able to really do well as a healer.
Yes.
So the temple was maybe a connection between self-care and just prospering in life in general.
Yes.
Now it's April of 10, we're in the big building. Pat McMahon interview has happened, and he mentioned something about
Yes,
And we had already scheduled our Priestess Path to begin, and we had sections of Priestess Path in '09. Remember that? Like 4 or 5 segments,
yes,
and then the move kind of took over and we take it.
yes,
And then, so when the early spring of 10, and we made a commitment to do a full ordination cycle.
yes,
And the women didn't have to do the ordination. They had to feel called.
yes,
And so some of the women felt called to be a mystic.
yes.
And would you say with the practitioners, was that about half of them, or a third of them, or most of them? That first cycle, we might have had, say, 20, 25 women in the building, maybe. That's right. In the building, and then maybe about half or a third. What do you remember about who was there?
I think there were like 12 or more of us in the ordination.
We had women coming in from that.
So, yeah, it would be roughly half.
Okay, so half of the priestess path came from women in the building,
Yeah,
and the other half came from women coming from all over the country.
yes,
And you were part of that priestess path.
yes.
Do you remember what that group decided to call themselves? Because each path gave themselves a name or a title. Do you remember the title?
Oh, the Daughters of the Divine Light.
Daughters of the Divine Roots, does that sound right?
Oh, I thought it was light. Daughters of the Divine Root. Yes,
Let's talk about that for a minute. In temple, everybody carried 1 or 2 rays very strong. And we knew that. We knew some people were very red or very red-orange. We knew some people were very blue and purple.
yes.
What part of the frequency did you tend to live in, Janet? What frequency were you carrying for the temple?
I would have been upper frequency.
Heart and truth.
Yes,
You were really feeling it with heart.
yes,
So, the Goddess Temple is about to host the International Goddess Congress in that spring, and we decided that there needs to be a mission statement done, and you and I did a little retreat in Sedona and did some notes. Remember that?
yes, I remember the treat.
And you sent the notes to me via email. So, I guess I'm going to question you about the things on this list. Something that you and I created this list together as a core mission statement of what you and I would do. Does that sound right?
Yes,
What we thought we were doing in meeting. This is dated from April 10th, 2000. Shortly after the articles. Does that sound right?
yes,
So, we have a commitment to sex ed for all, subjects of sexual awakening, awareness in healing, body awareness, sensual healing. Sex ed for all. Tell us about what was the Friday night sex ed for all.
Freya Friday night, that was open to everybody. It did have various teachers. Whoever had a particular teaching that they wanted to offer on that evening, anything that was related to sex ed, pretty broad topic, so,
Also relationship things.
sure, yeah,
And that class was designated as one of our, like, zero, like, absolutely just come and all of these classes had baskets, correct? Some of them, like the Sunday service, you could just leave something, it was requested that you could leave something in the basket.
yes,
And isn't it true that people could put something in the basket and no one shamed them if they put less than the request? No one was standing there shaming them about putting enough.
no,
And then we had coursework where you get certified, and that had tuition.
Yes,
when you were going to get a certificate of some sort, there was tuition.
yes,
Or if it was like a 2-day immersion, then there would be a workshop fee.
yes,
We did have a number of programs that were just said, basket out, let people put stuff in.
correct.
So the Friday night, what do you remember about Friday? Why was it Friday night? Do you remember that?
Freya was the goddess of the root. That's what I remember. And Freya Friday,
So she was the Norwegian goddess of sexuality, is that something?
yes,
And the day of the week, Friday, is named after the goddess Freya.
yes,
So even though we all know about Friday, it was named after her, we don't all know
who she is.
who she is. So we named our sex ed for all after the goddess, but no one knows who she is.
Yes,
Right. And then we made the space available to many, many groups to have meetups. They could have a family gathering if they wanted to. Like our building was available for lots of people to use in lots of ways. Do you agree?
yes,
We had national level guests every month. Someone of a fairly high stature who really was kind of a mover and a shaker. We had a lot of those people.
yes, we did.
People with their own books,
Yes,
people with their own seminars,
yes,
people doing training of practitioners in their own way. They were also coming, check out the temple, stay in the temple, practice in the temple.
yes.
So then we had exoteric ceremony and esoteric. Do you remember the difference?
Exoteric was outer, that was for the public, for the outside. Esoteric was our inner.
The things that our committed members were doing.
Yes,
And so in the exoteric, it says the goal was to honor and magnify. That sounds familiar?
yes,
And we would do this by hosting the high holy days, the solstices, and the equinoxes
yes. Those were available. Exoteric,
to anyone who can come.
Yes.
To the high holy days.
yes,
And then we had the moon circles, which was more of a relationship thing.
yes,
And you could come every 2 weeks. New moon. And the new moon and full moon circles were not just attended by practitioners, they were attended by lots of people who just dropped in and were curious.
yes,
So at any of our moon circles, there would be a mix of people who've never been to temple, or who'd only been one at a time, and people who came on a regular basis.
yes. It was a much smaller group than the exoteric. The bigger, yeah.
And then, what can you tell us about the one-on-one touch healing between a seeker of the goddess? There's a lot of discussion that the focus of the goddess is on touch and not giving talks and lectures and speeches. Do you remember talking about that the Father is like a sun and the rays go out, and the churches are built like that, where the pastor stands as one source and radiates out?
Yes,
And that the mother does something else. She doesn't do that necessarily. Do you remember what we talked about? The mother is different than the father.
well, the mother is nurturing.
And so she's touched.
Yes,
She'll hug you.
the healing and the nurturing and the touch and the warmth and the wounds.
She'll love you by bringing you food
Yes,
and roses from the garden.
yes,
It says here, provide intimate healings, one-on-one touch with love between the goddess and the seeker. So we never knew to what degree the seeker believed in the goddess. Sometimes we could tell, but mostly we did not tell. Is that correct? They didn't come in kneeling at the altar. Some of them did, actually. Did you ever see men kneeling at the altar?
yes,
But mostly they kind of kept
I would imagine.
about why they were there and what they were hoping to receive. So it says that the mission statement for the Goddess Temple is to provide sanctuary and safety from oppression against the goddess. Why was that? Safety against oppression.
That's a long story. We've lived for many thousands of years where the woman has not been honored in religion. I believe it was the summer of 10 when we were discussing this that the Catholic Church put out, I don't know what they call them, a document that said that ordaining a woman had the same penalty as molesting a child in the Catholic Church. It was unbelievable. But the women have been so ignored and oppressed in religion throughout so many thousand years.
And some of that you were aware of in your modern life, that women don't always get a fair shake at everything still, right? But we're doing a lot better. But isn't it also true, did you have any knowledge of the goddess temples and how the goddess existed and then was smashed down? Did you know anything about goddess temples before we met?
I did not.
So, as part of the priestess path, we began to meet, and the first immersion with the women coming together is called Her Story, like the history of the goddess temple. And do you recall that we asked all of the women to wear ancient natural fibers like leather, cotton, fur?
Yes.
Things that would be sort of primitive coverings.
Yes.
And we studied together. We all brought stories about what we had heard about what happened to the goddess.
Yes.
And we watched a little bit of a documentary that documented what happened to the goddess.
Yes.
So the first immersion, the women understood they were standing in something that had been oppressed for a very long.
Yes.
And the women came face to face with the fact that the goddess temples were generally stormed by overpowering forces,
Yes.
and that the women would then sort of accommodate and let go of what they cared and valued just to stay alive.
If they stayed alive.
If they were then accommodating the new thoughts.
Yes. And my research for my report, if you will, we each picked a section to research, and I was quite stunned to find that for well over 50,000 years the goddess was the religion of the world and honored, and then there was the time when the one god took over. They literally wiped the goddess from the earth. Everything that they could decimated, buried, gone, like no traces left. And as archaeologists are digging up bits of artifacts that are 50,000 plus years old, they're calling this, the one book I was reading, they were calling this the fertility cults, as they're finding these little bits of artifacts, because they're finding such small bits that were left. And they're calling it fertility cults. And I thought it was funny that they said sometime in the future they'll look back at this time and call this the infertility time. It's just so wiped off. And that's what there was. When there wasn't an understanding of how the world works, that it was the mother. It was the woman that brought forth life. It was the mother that was revered. It was the mother that gave the healing.
Because she made the body
Yes.
in her body. And some of us cried when we watched the documentary.
Not quite sure how it got turned around.
And so the women understood the jeopardy not from a Arizona government perspective, but from this religion has been attacked for a couple thousand years, and you need to know that. Did you know that, Janet?
Minimum.
Has been attacked for.
Yes.
Anyway, why? Why'd you do it anyway? Knowing that the government, that generally, the big father churches generally just suppress the mother church.
Yes.
So then you knew you were facing this, and you've seen us get called names in the articles. It's the beginning of priestess power, and you know that there's this long history of oppression and even sometimes violence. There was something there that, this is kind of exciting. What made you keep going when you saw the extent of the violence against the body?
Never believed that existed today, that kind of violence. I'd stated earlier that I was very about getting rid of that chasm between men and women, that power struggle, that whatever that is that's there, that is so inborn in our culture that we're not even aware of it. It's just there. We treat men, we emasculate men, we treat men in a very particular way, and it's just how we are, how we're raised. Without the awareness that there's really something there, it just continues. I'm all about getting rid of that, what's in between. Very clear that the healing and what was going on at the Goddess Temple and bringing the love back and the touch and the healing was definitely a huge step in the right direction. So there's classes, Allison Armstrong, absolutely. There's people that write books, there's people that'll do seminars. The Goddess Temple was really hands-on, and it was so international. It was so amazing every day to find more and more interest and find out how broad spread this was throughout the world. It wasn't just somebody doing a seminar in Phoenix heard about the Goddess Temple and it was interesting. The Italians, it was unbelievable, the broad spectrum, and I started feeling late in the game. It's like, this is nothing new. This is all over the world. I remember somebody that had come from Europe, I don't make me name names, I don't remember who, but somebody that had come from Europe had said, in Europe, regarding our attitude towards sexuality, they laugh at our infancy. They're just like the Americans and their prudish ways and this kind of thing. It's like we're so, what's the word, childish towards it or something. And it just, the people coming through, and I started looking, and Brian, well, this is certainly nothing new in the world. We are not new in the world. The Goddess Temple is not new in the world. And even through ancient history, there's plenty of the rest of the countries are honoring the goddess. This is not.
This may be a little bit new, but we were aware that the community in the United States
It was new in the United States.
new in the United States. And
But the practice and the idea, the healing, that was not new. Tantra had been around for quite some time. None of this was new.
Was this community with a big, beautiful container saying, here we are. That might have been the new part.
Yes,
And is that, because we had the container and we were out in the crowd, that's why the best teachers were coming, because they wanted to join us
yes,
to say, this ancient wisdom is being recovered.
yes.
Before we move on from sanctuary and safety from oppression against the goddess. In your opinion, when you spoke about the local government, we really thought that if they had an issue with us about anything, they'd send somebody with a clipboard and give you a subpoena or a request.
Which is what they did in the past. If there was an issue and we were so far out in the news and the public eye,
We really weren't thinking that we were breaking the law and that we made it over that.
if they had an issue, they could have walked right in the front door at any time and said, cease and desist. That's what they did in Scottsdale. And then you would go down and talk to the city and find out what the problem was and deal with it. And we did cease and desist when we were told to.
Yes, and that happened at Sereno, we had a cease and desist.
And it would have been very easy, cease and desist.
To just say, listen, we don't like what you're doing.
You need to stop right now and go talk to the city, zoning, whatever it was that the issue was.
Well, we were zoned properly. They thought we were doing criminal activity.
Right.
So they had to reverse. How does it make you feel to know that the lead detectives and the undercover people didn't really read the website that much, or not at all? They've actually said it wasn't relevant. What do you think? Do you think the website was?
They said the
Actually
website,
misstates the evidence.
Restate the question, please.
There's been testimony given that people who accuse us of being house of prostitution actually didn't read the website at all or read portions of it only. How does that make you feel? That they only read sections or not at all?
incomplete. I think once.
And in that, when people would ask about why are we not breaking the law, but because we had concerns that we've been called this name. Do you remember that there was a story that I would tell about that I thought everyone could understand because it came from our knowledge of society? And the story was, if you shoot someone and take their wallet, it's very different than if you shoot someone who's about to go in and kill a whole schoolhouse full of children. In each case, you pull the trigger and someone died. But in this case, or in this case you're a hero, in this case you're really bad. And what made the difference was mindset. Do you remember ever hearing me tell that story, that exact story? In that period of practice, that our mindset was everything in the law?
Yes, I'm not sure word for word that exact story, but yes, the mindset story, yes. Yes.
Always taken into consideration with the crime.
Yes,
And so we operated on that idea that our mindset was good. And we thought we were doing everything.
yes,
good to go.
we did.
Then it says provide services in the community, which would be Phoenix and the state of Arizona. That was sanctuary and safety, then healing, then charity. What types of charity do you remember? Just acts of charity giving and temple back. There was a food drive a few times.
I Yeah, I was going to say, we did food drives, we did clothing drives. We were weaving with some nursing at a hospital, not remembering like all the details, but I remember weaving and doing some works back and forth with the hospital.
And there was also some homeless people who would come by our showers and need water.
Yes.
And not all the practitioners were happy that we let them in,
Yes.
but we let them in anyway.
Yes.
Was that because there was a lot of Christians in the building that sort of felt like that's what we're supposed to do? There's a lot of people who've been brought up Christian that we should turn away someone when they need water and food. Does that sound right? What do you remember our motive being between that?
We're the mother.
The mother. And then the fellowship hall for use by others. It was exciting to hold space for other people.
Yes.
Then we have worship. We outline how we're going to worship the gods. Weekly services delivering a spiritual message, music, love, vibrations, and pleasure, laughter. That sound right?
Yes.
And then making sacred the material world. Making sacred what's physical.
Yes.
Spreading the word about the gods. Offerings and sacrament.
Yes, we even started a Sunday because our main class on Friday, our goddess class on Friday, Freya Friday, we did start a Sunday morning class, Sunday service class with the Reverend, and we served brunch. Everybody that came in.
We go to church at their church, do the 10 or 11 o'clock service, and then come have breakfast at home.
Yes.
Do you remember what the Sunday services entail besides breakfast?
There was singing and ceremony and a talk. There would be a topic each week about what the talk was. Quite often, Reverend Jimmy.
All right, one at a time, please.
I was saying quite often Reverend Jimmy led that, and there was singing, and he chose a topic, and sometimes people would request a topic. And occasionally we'd have a substitute or somebody else would the Sunday seminar. Yes, Sunday.
Robert Cohen took that over from Jim.
He did, yes,
So we always had Sunday service
yes,
once they started. They never stopped.
yes.
Do you remember that one of the things at Sunday services when everybody would sit in a circle and pull and oracle and just share from their heart what that meant to them?
Yes,
And so the Goddess Temple wasn't about a book. It was more about an experience in the moment.
yes,
Does that sound right?
absolutely.
So people would bring objects on the altar and charge them during the services and then take them home. Or leave them and come back and get them later. That kind of.
Quite often.
We also were offering alkaline water because we understood that alkaline water helps the body not be in a cancer state. Helps your blood be healthy. So temple pool funds, we got in an alkaline water system.
Yes,
And we began to give away alkaline water to anyone who wanted it or needed it.
yes,
And then temple paid for the filters and because it would get used up and you have to recharge.
yes,
So giving away alkaline water to anyone, that was another way we were trying to give back to the community.
yes.
Give help.
Good help, yes.
Frequencies and vibes. The worship includes frequencies and vibes. What does that mean?
Well, everything about the energetic frequencies and vibes change, even with the clothes that you wear. frequencies and vibes. We wanted to pay very close attention to keep the frequency and the vibe of the temple high. We made sure that we did regular cleansings, ritual cleansings, ceremonial cleansings, to make sure that we kept the inner space, frequency, and vibe high. Yes. Yes.
Convert patriarchy to tantric structure by making the mother's living matrix more desirable. You got any? What does that mean, convert patriarchy to a tantric structure? What does that mean to you today? I know it's been a long time.
Read the whole statement again, please.
Convert patriarchy. What is patriarchy?
That would be the father or the male dominant.
Where God is defined as masculine only. And you pray, God the Father.
Male dominant social structure, patriarchy,
Kind of like father knows best.
kind of like.
And another way of saying that would be that male values are held up as highest.
Yes,
And so in the Goddess Temple, people talked about that the temple building felt different than a lot of places they'd ever been and felt different.
quite often, yes.
Was that because we held female values, what women wanted, as the highest thing?
Our goal was to balance, not actually to lift the mother above, but to make it equal.
That's tantra. And then there was this thing about when the women were safe and empowered, like it was their nest, then there was a whole bunch of energy that shifted when the woman was happy.
Yes,
That's another way. When the women were happy, the whole building had a very unique vibe.
yes,
And people would comment on it.
yes,
Never felt anything quite like this.
yes.
Never seen anything like that.
People would walk in the door and go, like without even seeing anything. They just walk in the front door and just stand there. They could literally feel it in their body, just walking in the front door.
That's the frequency of vibes.
Yeah.
And then there was something, we were both supposed to say, who am I now? And it said that what I wrote was, we honor life now. And what you wrote was, all human beings free to be. Spirit of children is honored in the world, and life is honored in the world. That was your person.
Yes,
What you wrote.
yes. Sorry, it's just still who I am. Always has been, always will be.
Was it nice to have a place where you could amplify your gifts
Yes,
and give your gift to more people?
yes,
Be able to give your gift to a lot more people because of the temple.
yes.
Give your gift till they were almost empty and then recharge and do it again.
There's no empty.
And then we talked about that we didn't have a slogan. This was April 10th. We've now been in the big building a little less than a year, 4 months out from your anniversary. And do you remember getting some Google Analytics from our webmaster Dan? And he talked about how there were like 10,000 unique visits to the website. And then we realized only a tiny fraction of the people that were visiting the website were actually coming in. We had thousands of people visiting the website and only hundreds, or in the name of practitioner, and the seekers only, maybe 20 every day. So, do you remember when we looked at
That's a little vague to me. There's something about it that's familiar. I remember the Google Analytics, real specifics of it. I remember a conversation about, yes, it was rather stunning, the amount of people that were viewing the website. I remember that.
And we talked about maybe making the website a little sexier. Because it was pink and church lady and had everything we wanted to say about the mother on the front page, nothing really sexy. And we talked about that we were struggling to not get enough seekers. And we talked about changing the website maybe to be a little more modern, a little sleeker, a little sexier. And then we decided not to. Do you remember that? That we were going to change it and make it over with Mead's help. Talked about it, and then we decided to keep it the way it was. Remember that?
So many conversations about so many things. A specific conversation about,
Does that sound right, that if we were faced with, we do this, we might make more money, but it'll take us off our core mission, or we just better stick with the core mission and grow this way? Is that more what we would choose to do? Grow this way?
absolutely.
So we're in the spring, what do you think? Okay, so we came up with a slogan, blessing you with feminine wisdom, blessing you with sexual wisdom, had a few different ones. We decided, this was bold, we decided that we would say, blessing you with sexual wisdom in 2010 on the website banner. Do you remember that?
Yes.
We talked about it for a really long time. And why did we decide to just go ahead and say we're offering sexual wisdom? Do you remember why? Because it was kind of better than anything like that. We never said anything like sexy like that in a big way. Do you remember, like on a banner? Like we had never done that. So there was a big decision to do that. What do you remember about that decision? To use the slogan, blessing you with sexual wisdom.
It was bold, it was the truth.
And then there was kind of a change, a little bit of a change in the seekers. And the women said, we think this is too much. And then we changed it to, because even that little change in our slogan brought different seekers to us. Do you remember that? Just that little change in the words. And some of the women said, let's make it light of the way with the love and wisdom. We changed it. Does that sound right?
Yes.
And we changed it because some of the practitioners said these words are stirring up too many red-brain seekers. Something like that. Does that sound right? We tried it on and said, no, this is too much.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact comments, but I do remember making the changes and pulling back a little. And
And part of it was we decided we didn't want to be defined by just that.
true.
Then, the reason for the temple to exist, to awaken the goddess and free her from the underworld. What does that mean?
Judge, I'm going to object to relevance. I think we've beat this to death.
Sustained.
And we just have outreach, classes, events, esoteric ceremonies, and intimate healings, worship, spiritual services, fellowship, promoting sisterhood. And that's what the ordination program was about, was the sisterhood.
Very much.
So we had an unofficial sisterhood every morning with the chakra lighting and the moon temples. And then we had a very focused sisterhood called the Mystic Sisters.
Yes.
And the Mystic Sisters were the priestesses. They would be ordaining them.
Yes.
You want to go into this a little bit more, what was written then. I'm going to skip past some stuff that seems repetitive. We made
Yes,
People were calling and saying, what can I do to help?
yes.
Then we instituted a discipleship program. And that was to take the people who were further on the path and match them up with new people. That was the Big Sister program, assigning a new temple man to someone who'd been there longer, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And then the School of One, we really wanted the school to take off because knowledge is everything. And the School of One, there was our slogan at that time then was illuminating sacred sexuality. That sounds right. It's about lighting up the chakras.
I apologize, my mind was somewhere else. Can you ask me again?
Illuminating sacred sexuality. Lighting up the chakras. Does that sound right?
Yes.
And then, Your Honor, I would like to introduce an exhibit into evidence, Exhibit 191.
Again,
Exhibit 191 is new.
is there any objection?
I have to see it, Judge.
I sent this to you guys. Okay, I just want to show this. I think I sent them.
Okay.
So, and this year, set a bar to set a standard for professionalism. Universe focusing on creating systems to raise the bar so that people would achieve a higher and higher level of professionalism, knowledge, skill. So we were doing that for all the practitioners.
Yes.
And that we were going to authenticate practitioners, including giving them credit for life experience.
Yes.
Because many people came to Temple with a lot of life experience.
Yes.
And then we were going to do modality training and testing. People would come and teach their modality. What is a modality?
Well, that would be, like whole body healing was a modality, temple dance was a modality, there were different, it's like the different healing arts, different, that's a good way to say it.
And then we were also going to provide certification and supervised training with a mentor, like while you're there on Anna Friends program, where you have a mentor helping you university.
Apologize, I lost train of thought again. Would you say that again?
So we provided residency, supervised training, and practicum. Practicum is an ability to work and learn on. So people who graduated from other tantric programs would then come and be at the temple for a couple of weeks or a couple of months to learn how to do work with seekers or how to create a chamber.
Yes.
And then, again, in late March, there was a phone call. I think you might have taken a phone call from a producer in Hollywood who saw the Phoenix Magazine article. Did you take that call, Mr. Kaplan?
Don't think so. If I did, I'm not remembering it, I'm sorry.
What's the first thing you remember about someone telling you that Hollywood was calling the Phoenix Gods?
You telling me and talking about that.
And the idea was that he was going to visit the temple and see what was there,
Yes,
to see if he could do some sort of a show, because he was a producer of programming at HBO and other places.
yes.
And do you remember Mr. Kaplan visiting at the end of March? Were you there?
I think I was there. I'm not remembering a lot about him.
He basically walked through each chamber, and we had different healers in each chamber, so we could see the chambers and meet each type of healer. So you might have been in your office when you walked through, because that was your goal.
Possible I didn't participate in the walkthrough.
But he might have stopped in your office and said hi. You remember him coming and joining?
Yeah, I remember him coming, and I think I wasn't like present for the tour. I don't remember much interaction.
Okay. And then they followed up with a copy of a contract. Remember that? We received a contract that we could sign. They would have sent it to me, but then I would have told you about it.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure that I saw the contract.
And but I was explaining to you this idea that he was offering to a reality TV show about the temple.
Yes,
And then I said, that sounds not quite right. Let's see if we can get it not reality show. Because they manipulate the circumstances. So we did another round of contracts, negotiations with them. Remember that?
yes, I remember there was quite a bit of back and forth and negotiating, and yes,
And they let us know that they were going to end up with about 500 hours of interview footage, and they wanted to film in chambers as well.
yes,
And we then said, wow, filming in chambers, that's really private. There was a lot of reaction to that. That we wanted to share the temple, but not necessarily share. Does that sound right?
yes.
And then, do you remember a talk of the money that was being offered to us for that phase of the project? Do you know anything about that? We needed money. And there was some money attached to signing the contract and going through it.
There's three numbers going through my mind. 50, 75, and 165. It wasn't like a lot.
So, does this sound right? We were going, after we negotiated, we were going to get about 8,000 a week, and then that had to cover everything.
That might be
Depending
where,
on the number of weeks, that's how much money we were flowing in the temple.
yeah, that might be where,
Still, about 8,000 a week.
yeah.
And then we were going to get a little percent on the back end. Remember?
I don't remember.
Do you remember me saying that every bit of that money would go to the temple, because this was a contract with me personally?
Yes,
And that was my contract to do this and produce it. And then I could do whatever I wanted with the money, and I was going to turn around and give it all to the temple. Do you remember that? That I was going to give it to the temple.
well, of course you would have.
So, I just wanted to tidy up this idea. There were a number of people who were super excited to do the show.
Yes,
And then I came back with the news that he agreed to do a documentary series, which made me really happy, because it means in the contract, they only can film what they see, but they can't manipulate the storyline. Do you remember that?
like I said, I remembered there was a lot of back and forth at the beginning. the original contract, you didn't have much say or enough say in how it went, and, you know, that they would drama it up kind of thing. It wasn't going to be like, the reality wasn't going to be enough reality. So, and I remember there was a lot of talk back and forth and not much budging, and so things did not move forward very fast. And then I do remember towards the end, we were looking at that they were actually coming towards and giving you more, I don't know what the terms are, terminology. Creative input, thank you.
And then ultimately, though, the temple never settled down about the idea of cameras in the temple, did it?
No,
And so it came to the end of 10, just to tidy up the television project idea. We got to, it was actually December 20th, my birthday. And I got up and he kept pressing us to provide footage, to do a certain thing. And I was concerned that he wasn't going to protect the temple's spiritual, that maybe he didn't get it, something like that.
yes,
And I got up and said, one December morning, we're not going to do this. We're unsigning the contract, we're not doing it. And we actually let it go. And at that time, that would have put somewhere between 64 and 80 some thousand, 88, 64 and $88,000 directly into temple. By a week. But we chose not to do it. And that was to maintain the integrity of the saints. Is that about right?
yes,
We were concerned that we just couldn't keep it. And
yes.
And the people who voted to not do it, there was an inner circle of people. It was sort of a group. We don't think it's time, and then I didn't make the final decision at the time. At that time, your sister, in the spring of 10, she wrote a really long article called Sacred Sex and Energy Development. It was a long article. It was a really good article. I'm holding it now. Do you remember wanting to publish that on the website? And did we publish it on the website, or was there a reason we couldn't?
I'm not remembering enough. My first thought was I thought we did publish it.
And I think maybe it was published with an avatar, because even though your sister's a practitioner and a group leader and that type of thing, even with all her knowledge in her personal life, she was being hounded for having this as her profession. There were parts of some people in her life that would come against her, but she was known to be a goddess. Remember that there was a certain thing that she had to wait. She wanted to be at the temple more. She was waiting for her children to be certain age. Remember any of that? That she wanted to be more involved, but she had to wait till her youngest.
Oh, yes, yes,
So there was a lot of, even with the most knowledgeable people, the people who were fantastic at their practice, and even if they had an inner circle of support, most everybody had somebody in their world who was judging them for what they did. Pretty common to be judged. Would you say that's true?
yes,
For some of us at some times.
yes.
Gabriella was your, Marcella, Gabby was, Marcella was sort of your right-hand person to run temple Monday through Friday. And you guys did all the accountability for where the money came from and where it went to. Is that right?
Yes,
And she gave testimony
Yes?
A counseling session, they go into a room and somebody would help someone with a problem. That was going on always.
Yes.
So Gabby was saying that she thought that the reason things kind of got down was that I personally was gone too long. It was our intention to not have everything about me, but our intention was to have many wise people in the building at any given time. Someone on call to be that role of a healer and a counselor. You recall that we realized we had to have someone good in the building at all times, someone who could take anything that was coming and stand there and be loving and handle whatever was coming.
Yes.
And so we began to identify who those people are that could stand there and be like a center holder.
Yes.
And so we were actually working to promote people with ministries. So even though I was out of the building a lot, working at the Oklahoma and all that stuff, isn't it true that anyone in Temple could have called me on my cell phone? Did I have a cell phone that was published on the internet in my ad?
Yes.
And my phone number was published also on Temple Keeping. You could call me, and all of our practitioners and students, anybody could call me on the phone, correct?
Yes.
But only some of them chose to tell me they had a problem. Is it true that people frequently showed their best face to me when I was in Temple? That they tried to put on their best face, but then things might happen when I wasn't there? Remember anything like that? That they would show one side to me, and then you'd be left feeling with a different personality almost? That ever happen?
I would think so.
The bottom line is, there were a lot of teachers, a lot of healers. There was plenty of opportunity to ask for help.
Yes.
Do you think that the reason a person might not ask for help if they've been a victim of sexual abuse is just too shameful to talk about? Just too crushing?
Very possibly.
Does it surprise you that there was a woman in the Temple who'd been sexually abused as a child and she never told anyone and then said it in this courtroom? That surprised me.
Objection relevant.
Sustained.
We had an atmosphere of healing. There was plenty of time and space to reveal a vulnerable truth if you need.
Yes.
So she would have chosen not.
Yes.
Do you remember a woman coming through named Phoebe? She was in Temple very
Okay.
No, Phoebe. F-I-F-I. May I approach and show her?
You may. First, show it to Mr. Sammons.
Evidence, I just.
Such a small bit of a picture. It's pretty vague. Temple scribe.
So I bring up Phoebe because this is another woman who came to Temple.
Judge, I'm going to object. If she doesn't remember who the witness is, then Ms. Lisa's just testifying.
Sustained.
It's true that there were many women who came to Temple, tried to fit with Temple, did for a little while, and then left.
Yes.
And so that would have been an example of that. There were actually multiple women that you were giving counseling and healing to that were not tithing any money whatsoever to Temple.
Correct.
Actually spent a large part of your day in ministry while Gabby
Yes.
So, we're in Priestess Pal. We've done cursory, the Goddess Temple spell. Then the second immersion is sisterhood and ceremony. And it says create an altar in your home and erect the altar. Can you tell us about that? What is an altar in the Goddess Temple? What does an altar look like? What's on an altar? What makes it an altar?
Objection asked and answered.
Overruled. You may answer. You may answer.
Altar can look, of course, any way you want. It is anywhere that you would put any objects that are sacred to you in any way, special to you in any way, hold meaningful energy to you in any way. Making it sacred, invoking a prayer to whatever you would consider your higher power, a goddess, a god, like that, invoking that prayer to protect and care for this altar and bring the energies that you're requesting to it. Typically, our altars had north, south, east, and west candles lighting the 4 directions, signifying the earth and the water and the wind and the air, or I don't know what I said. Fire, thank you. I knew I said something twice. Giving honor to all of those things that bring life and make the earth and the material world and our bodies and our thoughts. And then any of the items placed would be placed, if it was a water item, if it was shells, things from the ocean, vessels that held waters and liquids would be placed in the west with the water, etc., and around. Typically we had a goddess statue of some sort in the center, honoring the goddess. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say about
There
that.
were different deities, different goddess statues, even god statues in place.
Yes.
And so, sisterhood and ceremony, we also made stone soup, and we began to do ceremony together.
Yes.
We talked about how in ancient temples, the women would step over the fires, the incense every day, and perfume their robes and their gowns with fire and incense, and we did that ceremony.
Yes.
So we were bringing a lot of things that we would find in books and bringing them to life in our system.
Yes.
And then there was the modern goddess temple and immersions and reports, which we talked about. And then we also began to do our ceremonies with each chakra. There was an immersion for the red, wet rain, an immersion for us. So we would spend a whole day studying what happens in the energy system here, and another whole day for the one in each immersion, correct?
Yes.
So what can you what do you remember about the red ray immersion? Remember anything about the red ray teachings?
The red ray, we talked about the root and survival. Remember being up in the red room and it was very warm there.
And there was actually some sexual teachings, a little bit of teachings about that part of the body.
Yes.
And part of the way the sisterhood works is that a woman who has a lot of experience could just offer to give a teaching.
Yes.
And so they could either prearrange to give a teaching in the immersion, or they could spontaneously share.
Yes.
So it really was a different model in that it wasn't one person conveying to everybody. It was a circular sharing.
It was very much so a circular sharing. Everybody shared their wisdom on every subject. That was amazing.
And what was being unearthed was how women really feel about some of these
Yes,
including sex
yes,
and orgasm
yes,
and relationships.
yes.
Remember in the red grade talking about prostate health for men and how critical that is right now?
Yes,
Temple offered prostate health, prostate healing, and do you remember any of the studies or any information about what's going on with prostate health for men in this country?
Objection relevant.
Sustained.
I want to jump ahead. There was an immersion brief. I want to jump ahead in time just because there was something really exciting that happened in the Blu-ray Priestess Path in the fall of 10. And we were doing our Blu-ray, sort of been part of that group. And we were contacted by a woman who does very similar work in Utah. And she wanted to come in October of 10 and attend a Hay House Celebrate Your Life convention by the name of Jen.
yeah,
She was part of the group. She was a guest at the Blu-ray Priestess Club. And she led a circular breathing because we were in this ray.
oh yes, I remember that very much.
Yeah, she brought a technique from her in Hot Springs and taught us circular breathing. And then she had a mission as a sister that she asked us for help with. Do you remember the mission that she asked the Priestess Club to help with? She had a goal of why she was doing it. She wanted to meet someone and bring them to the temple. Do you remember that?
Oh, I thought she already knew. Wasn't that,
She had come to the Celebrate Your Life and she hoped to meet someone that was kind of a hero of hers.
was that Wayne Dyer?
Wayne Dyer. She wanted to go to the Hay House convention and offer him a healing because she heard that he was having ill health
That's right.
and that he was
Okay.
going through a divorce or something. I hope that part I'm not saying on it, but he was going through some difficult times and his fans knew that about him. So she shows up a couple days before, teaches a class, and then comes into Priestess Path wearing blue and says, I really want to see if I can get Dr. Wayne Dyer to come to the temple. Can we do ceremony and just all of us believe that it's possible? Do you remember that?
Yes,
And so we talked about, we did a little sharing and prayer and affirmation that she gave us to go do this. Did it feel very real to us, like that might actually happen? It was sort of like a maybe, right? This is pretty things.
sure.
And but we decided we would commit our resources because that's how we roll. We're like, well, we're going to call this, so then we're going to pretend we have a VIP tomorrow, even though she's never met him.
Yes,
So then we prepared to do extra special things in the temple, thinking we might have a VIP tour on Saturday.
yes,
And that was the second day of the blue immersion. We moved from here to here
yes,
by divisions. And so it's Saturday, and the Priestess Path is meeting again, doing the mystic portion of the immersion. And we get a phone call that indeed Wayne Dyer's on his way to the temple.
yes,
And so there was a little bit of excitement.
yes,
And I left the chamber to go meet him at the door and give him a temple hug. And then he had a tour and was brought to the chamber and he met the Blue Rays.
yes,
And we spoke for maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. He talked to us a little bit. And then he was taken by his practitioner healer and went and had healing in the Egyptian chamber to the best of their knowledge.
yes,
That was meaningful to some of us because of who Wayne Dyer is. Some of us had read his background,
yes,
and some of us think of him as a new thought leader. We say why, and then he shows up in the truth-telling portion. We felt pretty blessed,
Yes,
like a high priest of truth had come and blessed the priest.
yes.
He took it back. So the priestess path ordinations, they, it sort of represented the heart of the temple. It was like distilling the reason that maybe you were there. The sisterhood was like really the core that we wanted to build, was women relying on women and having each other's back. Is that right? An ongoing sisterhood.
Yes,
Like, we didn't design it to be a class that you take and you never go back. It was designed to be overlapping circles,
yes,
where once you go through it, you can come back and just, any of those circles, just sit there, not ask for any tuition. We designed it so graduates would not ever give us tuition again. They could if they wanted to, they could just pay for lunch and come.
yes,
So even though there was tuition for this, when we compared the tuition for the Mystic Sisters program, and we compared it with other people in the Tantra field and the goddess field, we felt that ours was very reasonable tuition, very reasonable compared to others.
extremely low.
Low. Like the Sedona Temple, for example, we do one segment of like a week, and that is $3,000. That was one example.
Is that yes?
Yes,
And so, out of the women who completed Daughters of the Divine Root, how many of them do you think actually gave all the tuition? Out of 12 women, how many actually gave all the tuition during and before it was over? They actually gave the requested tuition of $200 per month.
I'm thinking half, maybe slightly more than half.
And others couldn't give them.
Correct.
And there were some who were definitely just giving money when they could.
Yes,
Or a Lakshmi paid in full with the tuition.
yes,
And so did Zoe, all of her tuition during the program. And the rest of the women were giving less or nothing. They were financially strapped.
yes,
Does that sound right? And then they had maybe a little pay. Here's $20 in the priestess path. Does that sound right?
yes,
I want to return to the idea that when people really wanted healing or education, they were not turned away for lack of funds.
correct.
And that we found that just giving the program for no requested offering, a lot of times there was no relationship, no value given if they didn't give an offering back. So our certification programs, we wanted them to give so that they felt that they were completing our program.
Yes,
It wasn't just. Now I want to contrast that with the way you knew me to be as a teacher. Did I ever ask for offers for any of my teaching? When you recall, when I would teach, did we make people give money to come to my teachings? Just me personally.
no,
I gave a lot of classes where there was absolutely no money, even a basket wasn't set out.
yes,
And is that because I saw myself as an initiator? I just wanted people in the it was way more important to get people in there and to understand than to get any kind of money. Does that sound right?
yes,
I enjoy teaching.
yes.
All right, we're going to take the afternoon recess, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, please remember the admonition. Sit down.
Because my direct examination was only about 3 hours long. At this point, considering we're almost on 2 days now across, I'm asking that Ms. Elise be given a time limit for this witness to ensure that she finishes tomorrow. I know we have close to 30 jury questions, and obviously I have some redirects.
Okay, Ms. Elise, how much more do you have with this witness? I will agree that this has been very long and detailed.
Yes. It was my intention to focus on completing ministry, mission, that kind of thing, sequence of events today. And then tomorrow I was going to, in the morning, drill down on all the questions that have significance to money, sexuality, the things that we're discussing with the charges. So I have a list of those questions, and I believe it'll be open to redirect after lunch. That's what I think.
Okay, so then I am going to ask that you organize your questions this evening so that you may finish, and you will finish by noon tomorrow.
Yes.
All right? Okay.
That's fine.
And we're going to start at 10:15, so if everyone can be here at 10:15, we will start promptly at that time. All right, let's bring in the jury.
Did she hear that?
I have to say.
Us goody two-shoes that were here on time today?
33.
I was in a hearing.
Maybe a phone or something.
Did you count?
But I have seen that chair before.
Okay, I'm going to give you this. And it just came to you, and then this is all information.
See that?
We need to get this out to them.
Okay.
Useful to have in a house.
Like,
I sent you a link, yeah.
It's like only one person, and it doesn't require.
We have to lay foundation.
We just talked about it.
He falls.
Yeah, this goes with that. If you just give it back to me when you're done. Please be seated. The record will show the presence of the jury, the defendant, and counsel. Ms. Elise, you may continue.
showing the temper. And there's been some testimony from detectives that the altars and the chakra logos, what is this,
It's a chakra chart.
and we had a lot of those in the temple. They were painted in every chamber.
Every chamber and the sanctuary and the altars in the front and back.
What was that? Why were they everywhere? They were actually painted, those were painted posters, they were painted on the wall. What were they, why were they in every room?
That was a lot of the heart of our teaching, the energy, the flow of energy. We taught where quite often the disruption of energy flow tended to happen between the solar plexus, and the heart chakra. And people, anyways, different healings when people were stuck in the lower chakras and left them stuck in survival and identity, that type of thing. And they didn't have the flow.
And there were also people in Temple who came in who lost all their power right here, no energy whatsoever.
And they were stuck in the upper chakras, and opening that flow, getting that balanced, allowed the energy to move freely through their speaking, freely through their heart, through their thoughts, and their universal connection, as well as their root, their physical well-being, their identity, who they were, self-confidence, all of that, bringing all of those together, the nurturing.
So each one of those colors represents a different thing that's happening for the soul in the body.
Yes.
And then you see the mirror here. And that's our chakra Mary.
Yes.
And we had Mother Mary at the entrance to our temple for a long time. And then the second piece we had in 2011 put the chakras on the Mary. Do you remember that? The second piece after that.
Yes.
So when the spring, this would have been spring of 2011, that our reception area began to look like this.
Yes.
This is what it looked like when we raised it.
Yes.
And the purple door, what was the purple door? Remember that particular color, the blending of red and purple, what that was? That particular color of fuchsia?
That was the cycle, bringing it back through. Once you go purple in the physical, you start over in the non-physical. So there's a blend of the colors of the purple and the going it back into the red.
So the purple and red makes that color.
Yes.
And that was the pink color of Mrs. Sister, that color,
Yes.
plus indigo.
Yes.
Navy blue and purple. So a lot of things that were placed in the temple had meaning to us.
Most everything, yes.
Most everything. What about these little elephants kissing in the corner? What was that? The feng shui thing, what was that?
Elephants are a prosperity type of significance, and placing them by the door was inviting in.
And the two of them together also invited in happy hair loss.
Yes.
So you recognize that space?
Yes.
And what's the little green and wooden thing? You recognize that?
Massaging, an ergonomic massaging chair.
So that would be where people gave healings clothing on and plastic.
Yes.
And what is that? That's the cane water system.
Yes. On the counter, yes.
So we have people coming in refilling their water for their homes from the temple.
Yes.
Getting filtered water.
Yes. Yes.
So we did food and activities for the public, but people were actually there.
Yes.
Were there a lot of people living there that didn't have money to get any kind of tithe or rent or anything, they just did chores?
Yes. Yes. The sanctuary. Yes. The air. I'm sorry, what was the question?
Would you tell us what was in this? This was our classroom and our largest sanctuary for meetings.
Yes. Yes. This is the outer chamber, outer hall outside the sanctuary. That's our information, our classes, our schedule, business cards for the teachers that are available in Temple and also in the area. People could come and leave leave their business card that were teachers in the area, had classes and whatnot. It's a little dark, but I think that's my office.
And do you remember when there was some study done on this? Color had a great deal of significance in it.
Yes, every color has a vibration.
And so, do you recognize this right here? The little chair?
Oh, the chair, yes.
Remember that chair?
Yes.
What was that?
That was gifted to me as a little chair. I had trouble getting up and down for the sister circles and things, up and down on the floor. And it was my birthday. I was gifted this chair. It was very fancily decorated and it sat nice and low, so I could go to sister circles and not have to get up and down on the floor. Yes. I have a lot of peach in my house. Yes. And a peach tree in my front yard. Yes.
So, let's go to the article. There was another wave of press coming for the Phoenix Press. Do you recall that in January, I told you that we've been contacted by the Phoenix Sun-Times, they wanted to do an article about Valentine's.
Yes.
And it was my understanding that you were going to be featured as a resource for love
Yes.
for the issue right before Valentine's. And so we began to meet with the reporter. I don't know if you did, but Wayne began to meet with the reporter, and I did.
I did not.
Yes, and who's Wayne? Who's Wayne?
Wayne is the head of the School of One.
So he began to travel back and forth, and in the summer of 10, he actually moved his family from Chicago, his wife, his children, they up and moved their lives to be in Phoenix and start the School of One.
Yes.
And there wasn't a lot of money to pay them at all.
No.
So for them, it was really a big leap in faith that his programs for recovery trauma would maybe eventually start to work and do the work that he wanted to do.
Yes.
And so the article, do you remember the reporter coming to the launch of the School of One website? There was kind of a party, like a beach theme party at the school website that launched in January of 11.
I don't remember the reporter.
But at some point, our reporter did visit the temple and write about the Phoenix Press.
Yes.
And we actually thought that this was going to be like the thing that just put us over and the community would accept us for who we are. We thought this was the big kind of final moment that we would know that we were accepted by the public.
Yes, we were. With the Valentine issue, we were hoping to attract a lot of couples as well, to see it as a couples.
And we actually kind of changed everything around to accommodate that flow because we thought this article, which will be positive, could cause us to be busier than we could even handle. We thought something like that.
Yes.
And the reason was because we thought a lot of people needed what we were doing. Do you remember that?
Absolutely.
So the article comes out, and it says that we're doing sex therapy without a license, was one of the things that it said. Can you tell us a little bit about the article? What you remember, what you felt, what you read, anything about the article coming out in the Phoenix Sun-Times? It didn't come out on Valentine's as promised.
No. Correct.
It was held back and then ran the week after Valentine's. Does that sound right?
It seemed to me it was a longer period of time, but it was not Valentine's. And what we were expecting to be kind of a short mention ended up being a very well, my feeling, it was, I don't even know how to put that into words. My opinion was that somebody's feelings were hurt and they intentionally wrote bizarre things. There was no explanation to me for what was written in that article and the way that it was written, and it felt like there was much anger. It felt like the person writing the article had specific anger. I don't remember it word for word. I remember that it was a very angry article. And I don't know what happened to this person that wrote it.
And the article, instead of focusing on the temple and school as a resource for love, actually accused us of doing sex therapy badly and without a license.
Yes,
It was pretty devastating.
yes,
We've been through a couple rough spots with the press. This was different, wasn't it?
yes,
So we all took photographs in white and red and black and pink for the photo shoot because we thought it was a Valentine's issue. You remember everyone doing photography in the Valentine's Day?
yes,
And then the story didn't run on Valentine's. Then it came out afterwards, and we're all happy in the picture, and the article is really angry and dark.
yes,
And we went from, I recall, we had achieved in January of 11, we had achieved, we were actually at about 40, I think we had $40,000 a month in January, maybe 42,000. Was one of our best months ever, was January of 11. Do you remember that? And we actually were able to retire some debt. It was the first month that we were able to retire some debt to the landlord. Remember that? That January was a great month.
not specifically, but
And then the article came out after, maybe the third week of February, and we had kind of a normal February, and then the article came out, and the phone stopped ringing. Not completely, but it was like a hush over the temple. Do you agree?
yes,
The accusations were so horrible that many people just thought that things never came back to them.
yes,
This had happened to us before, but never like this.
yes,
And we began to talk about responding to the article. A number of teachers and administrators, we all got together and wrote a response, like line by line response. Remember that?
yes,
And we circulated it. We all co-created our response to the article.
yes,
And we asked the Phoenix Times to please print, in the interest of fairness, our side of it. And they weren't interested. Does that sound right?
yes,
And then I began to, do you remember me saying, I'm going to reach out to the city of Phoenix and contact this man, because it was a man in the article by the name of James Hayes. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He was the city attorney. Do you remember that his job was to license illegal activities in Phoenix? Does that sound right?
yes,
And so his job was to oversee the licensing of strip clubs, sex toy shops, novelty shops, swingers clubs. Does that sound right?
yes,
Anything to do with sex in Phoenix, that you get a license for.
Yeah.
So then he was in this article, and what did he say about us? This is the city of Phoenix attorney. What did he say about the Phoenix Goddess Temple in this article as an authority? Do you remember what he said about us?
I just remember, it was a response to the statement that the temple had lots and lots and lots of money. And the response was that he would have to then look into it.
Something like that.
Yeah,
You remember him saying they better have deep pockets?
yeah.
You remember him saying this appears to be a business disguised as dressed up as a church? He actually said,
I thought the reporter said that.
oh, well, somebody said it.
Yes,
And so, because he was a city of Phoenix official attorney, his opinions played out as fact.
yes,
Correct?
yes,
And I called his boss, Rita Scary Berger. He was the person who supervises James Hayes at the city of Phoenix Legal Department. Do you remember me in your office calling him and saying, please do something, you damaged our church?
yes,
Do you remember that I finally got through to his boss, and what Mr. Hayes' boss
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
We had a conversation about my progress getting the city of Phoenix to correct this. I was working on it. You agree?
Yes.
And so I contacted this man's boss. Do you remember anything about what I told you that he said?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained.
We would have had a conversation about what was said.
Yes.
Do you remember what happened? What do you remember I told you about the response of the city of Phoenix?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Approach, please.
Okay. I don't know. I want to talk about what she remembers. Okay. I'm just asking.
She can talk about what happened after you had the meeting, but she can't talk about what you told her about the meeting.
Right.
Okay?
Isn't it true that the temple scheduled a number of all hands on deck meetings about what happened?
Yes.
And that's because every month that went by after the publication, our financial stability just,
Yes.
it almost dropped by half each month or something.
At least, yes.
So by March of 11, the temple was
Floundering.
operating at maybe, do you remember, it fell from 42 to 30 something to 17 something to
Yeah, I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know that it was, yeah.
cut straight down.
Yeah.
And so many people left.
Yes.
And many speakers said, I'm never going back.
Yes.
And you remember when it didn't look like the city of Phoenix was going to do anything, then we wrote to the mayor, Mayor Gordon, remember that?
No.
So we contact Mr. Berber, we contact the mayor. Do you remember the mayor, that they had a form on the website where you could invite the mayor to come visit your church or school?
I don't remember anything about the mayor.
Do you remember me inviting the mayor to visit our school in about April of that? So it's true that we also consulted with a few attorneys to find out if we had any redress as far as the libel and slander. Remember that?
Yes.
And the attorney said we need money to pursue this.
Yes.
And do you remember any of the attorneys saying,
Judge, I don't know where this is going, but I'm objecting hearsay on this.
All right. Finish your question.
isn't it true that the advice that came back that was shared with the whole community, that it's very difficult to prove libel and slander for attorneys,
Yes.
and that our religion had no precedent in courts?
Yes.
In fact, there was a big discussion of painting many times. Remember that at the meetings that maybe we should make?
Not specifically.
So the temple felt, it's safe to say, the temple felt pretty unable to undo damage.
Yes.
You couldn't get a retraction.
No.
Or maybe it's few times, couldn't get a retraction from Mr. Case.
Right.
So now this is out there on the internet as truth.
Yes.
Did you feel that it was really kind of representation of what we were doing?
That it was what?
Did you feel that it was a representation of what was happening?
The article? No.
And it was right around in this time that I had been talking, do you remember James Fleming of the Alcohol Church?
Yes.
Do you remember in the fall of 10, after the practitioner from Utah came, she suggested that we contact Mr. Mooney and the Aqua Church. Right around in there, contact Aqua. Does that sound right?
Yes.
And so I remember I sent you an email and said, I personally need to join this church right away. Can you please budget the donation to join?
Yes.
And we did that.
Yes.
And then you remember that over a period of months, I was having talks with Mr. Mooney about their church and our town.
Yes.
Starting in October 10, going into the spring of 11. And there was a small group of people who were really interested in Native American ceremonies and culture. And those people, we formed the Mother Medicine.
Right.
And so the Mother Medicine Meal, that particular group of people within Temple began to really work with James and Linda Mooney and the Aqua Lodge.
Yes. We set them up as kind of our, if you would say, like the people that would be responsible for weaving the two churches successfully together.
And those of us that wanted to found the church, we each contributed some money, and that allowed them the resources to file the legal documents to make us a 501c3 church. We got our 501c3 designation from the Aqua Church with our charter. Do you remember that? That the charter included that we're under their protection, their status.
I don't remember that specifically. It was all very new. We were a couple of months in of the full weaving from our temple being sanctified under the Aqua. It was a very short, there was an awful lot going on.
And so he came and blessed the grounds
Yes,
and did some ceremony.
yes,
And he did a prayer time ceremony, and then he scheduled a peyote ceremony for a return visit. That summer he came and visited, did blessings and met everybody, and then decided to come back to the peyote. We did that in a couple stages. Do you remember that?
I don't remember the scheduling of the peyote. I remember the blessing the church and blessing it under the Aqua Church in July. And I do remember him, he came back and we did a pipe ceremony, the peace pipe ceremony. Beyond that, I'm not aware of what was scheduled next. I know that we were reserving money back for a trip that either he was making to us or some of our group were making to him. I remember there was money set aside in an envelope for the Aqua weaving.
And so, do you remember that when Mr. Mooney visited that he didn't make his comments about the temple that you personally heard? What did you think of the temple?
He thought it was a perfect fit with what the Aqua Nation was about. They were very mother-oriented.
So that's why we call it Mother Medicine.
Yes, mother and earth and all of that is what they were all about. He was very delighted with our goddess.
And they also use the 4 directions.
Yes,
And the elements of earth, air, fire, and water.
yes,
So our altars were pretty much identical.
yes,
Except for that theirs were Native American culture, and ours, we had to make kind of a pagan, European version of God,
yes.
coming from European traditions in Egypt. So now we had blessing us and joining with us.
Yes.
Earth-based religion based on mother love. And do you remember the prayers of the Native American Church, how that starts?
Not specifically,
Mother,
sorry.
Father, Sky,
Yes.
and so 2011 was a wonky time. It was up, down. We were elated because do you remember that right around the time Aquila came with our charter, they blessed us join our churches. And we also, I had been in talks in Sedona with the city council, the Sedona School of Temple Arts. I've been going to meetings up there with planning and zoning. Does that sound right?
Yes.
And I did that for a period of over a year. I gotta go, I got a meeting in Sedona.
Yes.
And I was there with Nikki, the Temple Mother in Sedona. And there was a woman named Bishop Diana of the Madonna Ministries. And tomorrow is shifting and really wanting to focus on a healing temple for women up there. So we had this focus happening in Sedona. And we actually got told, yes, we got given a permit for the temple and school in Sedona.
Yes.
And was your understanding that they had visited the website of the School of Temple Arts, and that they visited the Phoenix Goddess Temple site, and that they'd seen the Sedona Goddess Temple, and that they knew we were doing sacred sexuality in our minds, that you thought that they had really examined it.
Yes.
And so there was a city council meeting with the mayor, and they actually had some neighbors objecting to the permit. And then they issued the permit to our school and our church in Sedona. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That was a pretty big cause for celebration. Do you remember there was a pretty big happy?
Yes.
It was in the news up there, right? There was like a little headline, Sedona Temple receives permit, including sex therapy or something. It said something like that.
Yeah. I don't remember specifics of it.
And
Yeah.
so this is July of 11, and we have the Native American Church giving us a charter, and we have Sedona saying, here's a permit. It's a conditional permit for 1 year, but yes, we're going to see how it goes for a year, and then we'll consider a more permanent. Is that what your memory is?
Yes.
So a lot of good stuff happening in that realm, but finances are still very, very difficult.
Yes.
And we were working on, with James Mooney, what we would call the member card model. We had decided that we would do what our elders at the Native American Church did and create a member status for our students. Does that sound right? That we were in the process of doing that.
Yes, we were, I do recall discussing something, yes, regarding some type of a member card. I don't know that we ever finalized what we were going to do.
Well, do you recall that James said that in his church, to do life-altering ceremonies like peyote, you have to actually join the church. And so some ceremonies were only to someone with a call. It was his recommendation that we just do our whole body healing and holy anointing only with people who actually join the church. Does that ring a bell?
A little bit, yeah.
And so there were 3 circles scheduled with ceremonies, the all-night peyote ceremony. There were 3 of them scheduled, July, August, and September. There were 3 of them scheduled, and 2 of them happened before the race. Does that sound right? One happened in the Blue Room and one happened in Sedona.
I was going to say, I thought they both happened in Sedona, so,
There was one.
okay.
And then the third, and so basically the staff and practitioners were given 3 opportunities to meet with Mr. Mooney, take part in the peyote ceremony, or just go and not take the peyote sacrament. They could also just go and be in the ceremony without taking the sacrament. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And some people chose to do that.
Yes.
And then actually they're given a task of holding space for others.
Yes.
With their consciousness. And so we had 2
archers.
I apologize, I didn't know there was a final phase. I thought the ceremony in July was,
That was the chartering. And what I'm speaking of is that because they were offering us a venerated, honorable, respectable legal status with the Native American Church, we were going to do what we could to do it their way. And so we talked about implementing the member cards by January of 12. Do you remember there were 3 months of our people integrating, and then we were going to have 3 more months of telling our speakers about it, and then start the program where you had to have a card starting in January? Is that any of that?
the discussions about the member cards, yes, some of those details are not there.
To the best of your recollection, you were moving towards doing it the way the Native American Church was doing.
Yes, and being fully integrated.
I wanted to talk about the transformation chambers. And when we moved into this building, it was a white and gray office building. And so as funds became available, we were creating more and more sacred space to be used by a variety of people. We kept adding chambers.
Yes,
And so, you recognize this chamber?
yes.
And what is that? I mean, people would probably call that a massage table. Is that what we call it in the temple?
The altar of light
And the light is the little white twinkly lights there.
underneath, yes.
Do you remember if the white light is a symbol? Was it symbolic of anything, the little white light?
Yes. It provided light, again, the energy and the vibration of having the light underneath as you're receiving healing.
There were a number of people who were into the quantum physics of the human body, the human life body. There were a number of people into that, which is great.
Yes,
And so the white little twinkle lights also represented the little bits of light that made up a human. Like a human and a human light.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the last thing.
That the little twinkle lights represent the human life body that were made up of little bits of light.
Yes,
And then every altar, every transformation chamber generally had a mirror of some sort.
yes,
And that was so the seekers and initiates could see what was happening.
yes,
And when we had Here we would set up another altar of light so there were two in one chamber.
Yes.
And you remember we had a policy of always having the woman's, if a couple came in, the woman's, the girlfriend, the wife, her altar would be near the mirrors so that her partner could see everything that was happening at all times.
Yes.
So the rooms were used for healing individuals, couples healing. And this was the room that we would have been offering to people to come with their partner and donate and spend a couple hours giving each other a tantric massage. That was part of our evening programs. We were starting to open that up to couples. Remember that?
Yes.
And there were a couple other programs that were happening that I wanted to mention. We committed to having a healing and abuse trauma circle every once a week, every Thursday. Do you remember that Wayne was leading just a little circle where people who've been sexually assaulted could just come to temple and show up, and it would be like a soft place to land and talk about it?
Yes.
And that was what that was, the healing trauma circle.
Yes.
Dedicated to that.
I'm sorry, I thought you were pointing to the picture. Yes.
Okay. And then there was also every Wednesday we had healing and revealing, and that was led by Robert Common.
Yes.
And that was more like visualization, meditation, reading, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I see something here called voluptuous dance, the art of sensual movement. Do you remember that class? A lady who was like a king-size lady teaching ladies to dance, voluptuous dance.
I don't remember voluptuous dance.
Do you remember the Naked Life coach?
Yes.
And she came to temple with a friend and wanted to practice. And then do you remember what happened when she began to go through the trainings and maybe she even did a ceremony? Do you remember what happened with the Naked Life coach? Anything about her? She began to practice and there maybe wasn't a fit, quite a fit. And it was because she wasn't interested in touching you. Do you remember that?
I remember it not being a fit, and I remember her transitioning into her Naked Life coaching fully.
Right. So when she came, she was playing around with the idea of giving life coaching naked to someone else who was also naked.
Yes.
Remember her theory about why that was so effective and powerful if you just sit naked and do life coaching? Remember anything about that?
It had to do with not being guarded, being open, vulnerable, and yeah, I never tried it myself, but
One of our popular classes.
it was popular. Yeah.
And so, isn't it true that this practitioner was offered a chance to do whole body healing, and when she realized how much touch was involved, do you remember her doing one ceremony and coming out and being elated because the gentleman had locked the offering, and she said, "I never touched once," something like that. Do you remember her saying that?
Don't remember that conversation.
But it was in that moment it became clear that she was not going to touch the teachers, and that wouldn't work for most of our people. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
That people came to temple to receive touch.
Yes. Oh, is that the Egyptian room? It's better.
So the Egyptian chamber was the inner sanctuary of the temple.
Yes,
And we had esoteric ceremony for members. We went to this.
yes,
And that was because, in part, that was my lineage. My wisdom training is Egyptian. So I put that in the middle.
yes,
And so this chamber was used for classrooms a lot. As well as classroom as well as a practice.
yes,
And how did the temple go from no money at all, ever, hardly in this process, to having this 10,000 square foot facility in about 2 years? You agree that occupancy began June of 9. June of 9, the big building began. And the raid happened in September of 11. So it was about 2 years. And in 2 years, we went from maybe 3 or 4 practitioners in that July of 9, and then you're in September of 11. In that time, we grew the temple from a couple of rooms to a 10,000 square foot facility. Correct?
yes,
We didn't have the money. How did that happen? Was it a lot of people giving the temple their art and
yes,
And then there's been some discussion of Sylvia, my daughter, and she worked on the weekends only because she was at university. Isn't it true that just about every time Sylvia came to temple with her, and sometimes she would bring her partner, and they would literally transform some part of temple to where it looked so much better.
yes,
So you could come in on Monday and the Egyptian room got a makeover, the Hindu chamber was redone better.
yes,
So a lot of facility decor, cleaning, deep cleaning, all that stuff happened on the weekends, and that was facility was Sylvie's project.
yes,
So she received $200 a day, the same as you, and the gatekeepers got about $100 for a half a day or $200 for the whole day to do homes, just homes. So it's true that you and Sylvia getting money for just basically what was the phone chips and doing all this other stuff without getting paid extra.
yes.
No extra money. Just basically, it's about maybe $10 an hour, something like that. What do you think you make per hour, Janet, like at the temple? When even the temple was able to give you 200. Did you ever figure that out?
What's 200 divided by 14?
So it was
I don't know what that is.
wasn't even $20. But you love the work.
Yes,
So it was worth it to make less to be where you thought you were going to be.
yes,
And we kept immaculate records because it was our intention to buy the building and deeds at 24th. There was talk with the landlord about buying the building.
yes,
And he believed in what we were doing to a great extent.
yes,
And he even at one point referred a couple people to us. Remember that he called us. So there were times when we couldn't pay the rent, way in the hole with the rent. The utilities were being paid by the landlord. And he floated us over some of these periods where we just didn't have any. He let us stay.
yes.
Do you think he let us stay because we were a church? Or I think we were behind in the rent at a commercial building. I think it was about $30,000 at that point. It was a lot. We were in a hole a lot.
Yeah,
But he would always check in and see how we were doing and how our spirits were. And he basically wanted us to succeed. Would you agree?
yes,
And for the first year or so, we shared the upper wing with a construction company. We were in the same building.
Yes.
And eventually, though, they moved in and took over a building next door, and then we were going to keep striving and take on that last bit of the building that we weren't renting.
Right.
And that was going to be a school and media wing to put the teachings online.
Yes.
So we kept really immaculate records because we were talking with the landlord about getting a loan to buy the building. And he had offered to, you agreed that he had offered to give us an owner carry. He was going to let us make payments on it down to him, and then he would reduce the mortgage so that we could get in. We didn't have a big down payment, but he was going to help us do that. Do you remember that?
I don't remember the specifics of that.
Okay, but you do remember.
We were a little ways off from that, so.
But you do remember there was a reason that we kept our books, because we wanted to see if we could qualify for a loan for the church to buy.
Yes.
I want to go back to why we didn't have a bank account. Isn't it true that to place ads on Backpage, you had to have a certain kind of Visa card? That was like a prepaid card, isn't that right? There was a very specific kind of card you had to use called NetSpend. Is that right?
Yeah, or CheckSmart.
So we were using those services because the Backpage, that's what they accepted.
Yeah.
And then because we were doing that as our, on a daily or weekly basis, we just decided to pay the other odds and ends like utility bills. I mean, we just go ahead and keep using that system because that was the system that our advertisers would use. You couldn't use a regular account, you actually had to have a NetSpend card. Do you remember that? Does that sound right? You did NetSpend for that reason because it required it.
The question's kind of confusing me a little bit. I feel like you're asking me two different things.
Well, the state has said that we didn't have a bank account because we were evading the law or we were being reported, okay? And that we use these prepaid cards to evade. I'm asking you, isn't it true that when purchasing a Backpage ad, there was a very specific type of account that you could use? You couldn't use just any account, you had to use a certain kind of account to buy an ad. Do you remember something?
Yeah, we had to have the card to pay the ads, yes. I don't remember the exact name of it.
Do you remember when we first met, we talked about getting a bank account and we went down to see? And the thing that happened in Seattle prior to me moving here had left me with a kind of a, that I personally couldn't open the bank account without coming up with like $1,000. So if you were something like that, we went to open the bank account and they said, look, you gotta take care of this for the old school one before we can open the bank account. Is that right?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
And then to clear up that debt, I get a bank account, I had to have like $1,000, something like, does any of that ring a bell?
Yes.
So we attempted to do it and felt that we weren't stable, didn't have the money to make it happen, so we just did what we could. Still intending to get a bank account and get a mortgage for this. Does that sound right?
Yeah. My only thought is we don't have that much money to open the account.
How much money was in the safe at the end of every day? Wasn't there like a general, just take care of all the ministries at the end of it?
Yeah, pretty much. If there was, we were so far in debt for so long that any monies left over were just held for the next day to see if there would be something more to put towards that. There was just,
And so there was a little bit of fear too that if we opened a bank account, we might bounce the checks because the cash flow is so irregular. That was nerve-wracking. Cash flow is very irregular.
very irregular.
So that afternoon. I just know that wind up, what was the first thing that you thought when you realized that the police were there? Like that, with guns and stuff here and masks and stuff. What went through your head? You never through your head when that happened. Were you shocked? Did you think it was a mistake?
That's absolute shock. Yeah.
It was a big fall to go from going to work every day, I might not make any money, but I'm making a difference in the world, to you're charged with criminal enterprise, and you're going to prison. That was a big drop. We didn't think we were criminals that just got caught, correct? Did you think you were a criminal when you finally been caught? Did you think for a while this has been a mistake? You just haven't noticed what we're doing here?
It's not something I can think about.